What's going on, everyone? My name is HydroxideAnt. Welcome to Background Noise, episode 437. I am joined by Mark.
Hi.
And Nathan.
Howdy.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm Woody. No, you're Woody. We're Woody. We are Woody. Bum-ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
I'm Woody. He's Woody.
So,
Gary's Woody.
it's not a jump conversation because it's a SpongeBob, but Toy Story, but SpongeBob. So I went to my grandparents' house for dinner recently, and my younger cousins were there, and they were watching SpongeBob. And it was an episode of SpongeBob that felt like really new because I'd never seen it. And it was just like Patrick just became Squidward. And it wasn't like when they put the noses on, like he just like acted like Squidward, and like he had like the little top of his head, but then like in Squidward's entire like shape, like, and he was pretending to be Squidward.
That's not good.
Yeah, and then the way Squidward got Patrick to stop being Squidward was that Squidward pretended to be Patrick.
Oh.
Yeah, basically
boy,
that's
3 a.m.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly. Yeah, so I just like SpongeBob, like, so I don't know what it was about SpongeBob, but I really do feel like it like just wrote directly on my brain. You know? Like SpongeBob quote, like if you were to study my brain, it would just have SpongeBob quotes around the side. Okay. Question leak Vaporeon for reasons, clear sir.
No, we're not going into that.
Judges silently. No, okay. So I know you just said we're not going into it, but people have been saying that, and I really don't understand.
Okay, first of all, it's not only non-PG-13, it's probably R-rated.
But I just don't get what's wrong with Vaporeon. You don't want to know, Tony? I just don't know why people keep, like, for lack of better terms, like, sexualizing Vaporeon, I think.
Okay, no, I can do a PG-13 answer.
Okay.
A guy, I don't know what forum page, it might have been Tumblr, it might have been something else, released a full, like, 3-page essay of why Vaporeon is how do I say this PG-13 wise?
Most attractive?
A good sexual partner.
Oh.
And because he released this like 3-page essay, it's become a full-on meme. And unfortunately, some people also agree with his essay.
Kind of hate that.
Yep.
Kind of hate that.
It's disturbing. I've read some of it.
Oof.
I have never wanted to off myself as much as reading that.
Blade, that's fair. It does sound like very 4chan-y.
It could be 4chan. I don't remember which forum page it was originally uploaded to, but it got
4chan
shared
does
around
make sense.
all of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Non-meme answer, though, for so I didn't... Let me read off the question leak. Question leak is, if you had to live as a Pokemon, which would you pick? So Blade's actual answer is Charmander. That's adorable. I like Charmander.
Now I've got 2 answers. One of them has some hypotheticals.
Okay.
Depending. Do you remember? I think it was Gen 3 Tropius.
Yeah, of course.
The grass-flying Pokemon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Part of its description had very delicious fruits. You know, the bananas that
Bananas
are like
hanging from its throat. Yeah.
It's very delicious, nutritious fruit. The hypothetical is, how quickly do those grow? Is it an instant? Is it like you pluck one and there's a new one immediately because it's a part of the Pokemon? Or does it follow a natural fruit gestation period?
No.
Because if it grows back immediately, I'm choosing Tropius. Because I can fly around the world and help end world hunger. Because if the fruits instantly grow back, and from the description they're delicious and nutritious, if they instantly grow back, I would just fly from continent to continent and drop off thousands of these bananas.
So I actually found an answer. The fruit grows twice a year.
Okay,
so probably not the one you would.
I still like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
So that's the backup answer. But now, main answer is Machamp, because I would give great hugs.
Oh, yeah.
With four arms?
Four arms.
Hugging king. Like,
also, imagine all the things you could do with 4 arms.
I can make people feel so safe in my arms. That's all I'm imagining with the arms.
Come here. Get over here and hug me with my 4 arms.
I can smother you in love, literally.
True. Very true.
Yeah, so main answer, Machamp, backup answer, Tropius. Even though the fruit doesn't grow back instantly, it would be nice to fly around the world and just, like, visit everywhere without paying for
Pokemon don't have to, like...
fees.
Yeah, Pokemon don't have to pay for that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly.
So, my hands look empty on the stream right now, but I am holding my answer.
That's good.
What is it? Oh, it's your Voltorb.
Yeah, it's a Hisuian Voltorb.
Voltorb.
I'd be Hisuian Voltorb because I just would roll around all day being happy. Imagine just rolling around. Peaceful life.
No thoughts, only orb.
No thoughts, only orb. I like that. That's really good.
It's spherical.
A spherical. I am but an orb, my friends. I only roll. Nathan,
right,
what Pokemon do you think you would want to live as?
Slowbro, because he has something chomping on his ass and he always looks happy, which may or may not be related.
We're getting into dangerous Vaporeon territory right now.
Well, you know, also Slowbro's pretty smart too, right? I know, like, people usually are like, no, it's Slowking smart, but I'm pretty sure, like, everything just moves slow for them, right? Like, they are, like, decently intelligent still. I might be wrong, but...
I don't know.
Hey,
by the way,
Tony,
you just have to
I'm gonna message you a shorthand on Discord of the Vaporeon thing.
Okay. Well, I want to tear my eyes out?
I'm going to keep it PG-13, but it will explain this person's argument. I was about to say gentleman, and I'm like, nope, that's not the right word.
I don't know if the gentleman's the one we want to go with. They're talking about doing things to a dog, pretty much. That's why everyone's been talking about Vaporeon so much. Oh. Poor Vaporeon. It's just a dog. Just a water dog. Like, this is probably a scuffed take, but, like, for the more humanoid ones, at least it, like, they're, like, humanoid, you know? Like, if someone said Buzzwole, I'd be like, go for it. Do your best.
Do your best.
Because if Buzzwole does not consent, you are dead. No. Look how jacked Buzzwole is.
All right, Tony, there's your DM on Discord to get the two main topics. Nope, don't do that.
Let's check. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh.
That was that person's two main arguments.
Yeah.
Of why we should sexualize Vaporeon.
Danny DeVito shakes head. No, you don't want to put that on stream. True.
You really don't. That's why I DM'd him instead of telling him over stream. But yeah, those are the two main reasons, and they're disturbing, and I hate it.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, speaking of sexualizing Pokemon, can we talk about Markiplier's Smash Pass list?
No.
I actually watched an entire video and was like, this is interesting.
I have watched the entire video, yes.
Yeah.
Numerous times. First of all, one of his earliest ones was Beedrill, and I'm like, why?
Didn't he say like yes to like Magneton or something, and was like yes?
Yes, and
why?
Diglett.
Well, Diglett makes sense.
Diglett somewhat makes sense, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did say yes to Magneton, and immediately followed it with,
But why?
but why? He also fell into the all of the randomly overly sexualized Pokemon that have shown up.
I feel
Because
like
that's something that Nintendo likes to do, apparently, is have very obviously sexualized Pokemon, not Vaporeon.
like if you like they like very like overly like it's like this is so hard to talk about without it sounding weird at all, but just like look at Sneasler. Why did they make that? Like, you know why they made it. Like, I don't know. Like, I liked when Pikachu was fat, chubby, and like, and when like people weren't like talking about how fuckable a Pokemon was, you know?
It's because it was made for a generation, and now that generation has grown up.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
We're now mature enough to ask adult questions, and I don't want to talk about that with my childhood game.
So, did it start with Jinx, or was that like maybe like passable, and we say like the major culprits like Mega Lopunny?
Yeah, I was gonna say like Lopunny, Mega Lopunny, that new grass type that came out with the hips out the wazoo. Gardevoir was one.
Really?
I'm trying to think of others. Oh, you do not want to look up Gardevoir. Don't. Yeah, I feel like the first generation was pretty safe. I mean, there was some controversy on Jinx, but that was for non-sexual issues. That was just controversy.
Yeah.
We all do know about that, right? The controversy about Jinx?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah. I think I'm aware of like most like of those. Like most like controversies, like we all know about like the Porygon situation, which it wasn't Porygon's fault.
Not Porygon's fault.
It's Pikachu's fault.
It was it was also the animator's fault, but
yeah. But okay, so theoretically, like within the Pokemon universe, the Pokemon that caused that to happen was Pikachu and not Porygon.
Mm-hmm.
But Pikachu's mascot, so they're not gonna.
Exactly. Yeah.
Porygon did not deserve to rip.
Mm-hmm.
I like Porygon.
I like Porygon 2.
You like Porygon 2 as well?
That's what I said, yep.
Yeah.
It's always so weird to be like, I like Porygon 2, and it's like, oh wait, you like Porygon 2 or Porygon 2?
Yeah, do you like Porygon 2 or Porygon 2?
Sure, we'll say I prefer the smoother Porygon.
I prefer it's like yes, Porygon Z. It's
yeah,
what?
Porygon Z. Yeah.
It's like what's happening? Living life as Hisuian Voltorb though feels pretty great.
Yeah, that would feel pretty just calm. As long as you don't self-destruct.
And if I do, oh well. I had a good roll.
A Rick roll?
I don't think my name would be Rick, but yeah, sure. Smile.
All right, now I'm banned permanently. Good night, everyone.
And there you go.
And there we go. How to speedrun getting banned from Tony's podcast. Part 1.
You know... Nah, I don't know if I should say that.
I'm curious now.
I would say, like... There are, like, a few people who I would not have back on the show.
Oh, yes. I know.
So theoretically, there have been people, air quotes, banned from the show. But, like...
I mean, to be fair, I feel like a handful of those decided that on their own as well.
True. Very true.
I mean, we've been doing this for, God, we're
437 weeks.
9 years.
It's 437 weeks.
9 years we've been doing this, Tony. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of drama in case
Of an existential crisis.
In over the years.
When...
Let me pull up the YouTube channel. Let's see. When was the first one?
Yeah, we're 437 is like 8.4 years, so like that would be like a year and a third ish.
Yeah, a year and a third ish. Wow, we're old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
Nathan
was
a baby when we first met him.
Yep.
Yeah, literally in the crib. I don't know how we rigged the mic up there, but we sure made it work.
He was also that smart from day one.
Yeah, I say we did it, but Nathan did it, you know?
Nathan did it. Nathan was the one that set up everything, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, because it's funny because, like, it is, like, for, like, say, Nathan, I can gauge, like, at least how long I've known you based off of, like, the podcast, because I knew you before I started the podcast as well. So, like, it's, like, podcast plus.
I mean, that's how I feel about you as well, Tony. Like,
it's podcast plus.
We've probably been friends for like 9 years, and 8 and a third
I would say that our junior year of high school was really when we became friends.
Yeah.
So whatever time that is. So I would say probably like 9 years. Almost 10.
I just turned 26.
So yeah.
It might be 10.
It might be 10 now, I'm not sure. But I don't see, like, the one thing is, like, I don't remember, say, like, what part of the year.
Oh, yeah, no. Actually, wait.
I don't remember how... Wait, because junior year, you did bowling junior year, right?
I joined chorus junior year.
Okay, did you only do bowling senior year?
No, I did bowling junior year.
Junior year, okay, so...
We became friends
junior year,
chorus,
and then
you invited me to join the
bowling team. And we were shocked when you said yes.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, sure. And you
what?
and Henry were like, what? You want to join bowling? I'm like, yeah, sure.
No one ever says yes. Yeah, because so in bowling was a fall or winter sport. Air quotes in the sport part.
Winter.
So winter. So it would have had to been
half of junior year.
Yeah, it would have been first half of junior year. So then it probably is closer to 10, if I had to guess.
I'd say it's almost 10.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Because
technically I would have been 16 going into junior year.
Yeah, because like that would have been
26,
the tail end of whatever year that was.
So
and
like
then
9.5 years?
Yeah, because I would have been... Say, we would have theoretically met when we were both 16. Not met, but like you became friends when we were both 16, and I would have turned 17 like a few months later.
Because we met a year earlier, we just weren't friends yet.
Well, because, we talked a few times and stuff, but, like, we also, like, say, didn't sit next to each other or anything.
I mean, our entire relationship was...
Mark, do the thing!
Yeah, there we go.
To me, that was deep. What more does a relationship need than yelling across a classroom?
You're right. My bad. We've been friends for...
You just fucking around,
10.5 years, No, we knew each other sophomore year. We just weren't, like, close
we weren't, like what I would say is buddy-buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, I would say that I might, like... I think, like, I was buddy-buddy with Ryan by sophomore year.
And
because,
I was friends with Ryan sophomore year.
Yeah. We all, like, again, floating around the same groups and just... because, like, I met Henry technically before my freshman year, but, like, I considered freshman year because I went bowling with Henry while I was still technically in, like, in 8th grade.
Yeah, I met Henry because of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I didn't know Henry until chorus, when you knew me, and then both of you joked that I should join bowling.
Did you guys... Because Henry would have been in chorus before me. Did you guys, like, not talk or something?
I think so, yeah, because I didn't really know Henry.
Who would have guessed that I was a social butterfly that was needed to connect these... I don't know.
Who was the oh god, what was his name? The other guy who joined at about the same time with us. Really tall.
Really tall?
Well, not really, really tall, but taller than me. You're?
Oh, okay, he was not taller than you.
Was he not?
No, I'm taller than him. He's just ripped.
Okay, maybe I just hadn't hit my growth spurt yet. Maybe that was it.
Yeah, because in high school I was taller.
I remember that he was taller than me, but that was also 10 years ago.
That's true.
And
His name was Sean.
Yeah, Sean. That was it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was 6 feet yet when I first met him.
Maybe not. Yeah, because I didn't think about. I'm thinking about like your height now, and not like that. He might have been taller back then. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Because I didn't keep up with him. Like, cool guy, just we were.
Yeah, like I hung out with him like a lot before I ever knew that he was involved in chorus too. Well, he was in chorus because his girlfriend at the time was in chorus as well.
Yes, I remember that.
Very special name.
Yes, here's the thing, I couldn't remember her name. I just knew it was a very Never mind. I remember her name now. Oh my god.
Nathan's
funny.
just like, what is happening right now?
I imagine her name was the word that he was about to say.
Yes. Yep. That's why I was like, she had a very special name. I was gonna say, someone say it's very like rare and special. I don't know how to.
I remember her name was very.
You got it. You did it.
That was it. That was her name.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were dating the time. Yeah, that's really good.
I love and hate that was what like reminded me, because it's the exact word. Well, not exactly.
Yeah.
It's spelled differently,
but yeah, it's how it sounds, you know.
Yep. But yeah, at the time, I don't think I was 6 feet yet. I think I was still in the middle of my growth spurt. So I remember him as taller than me.
Yeah. Cause like, the one thing like I'm actually really bad at like doing is like knowing height between people, unless it's like a huge difference.
I mean, at that time, actually, I think if I remember exactly, I think I was like 5'7" when I met you.
Okay. I don't know how tall I was back then either, though.
Because I was... the only reason why I remember that is my dad and I took a picture together that winter, and I was still shorter than him, and now I'm 3 inches taller than him.
Oh, okay.
So I was definitely not done with my growth spurt yet.
So you, at least at one point, if not, you probably still have a photo of Ryan, you and I from senior year.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably, I think you were taller by then.
Oh yeah, I think
senior,
junior
right?
year was when I was finishing up my growth spurt.
Because I was gonna say by that you'd probably also be able to like see how tall the three of us were in comparison.
Yeah, because like from like sophomore year to the like beginning of sophomore year to the end of junior year was when I really like shot up, I guess.
You grew.
I went from like 5'6", 5'7" to like 6 feet.
Yeah, a bit of a growth spurt.
Yeah, I got a wee bit taller.
A wee bit taller.
A wee bit taller. But yeah, especially because like we took a lot of prom photos together, and by like junior prom, I think I was already taller than you guys.
That's why I want to say yes, because like I feel like but like again, like I was saying, like I know like height when, so like obviously like even now I'm not like the best at like like gauging like my height against other people. So like when people were like, "Oh, I'm this tall," I'm like, "Oh, I know I'm like probably this tall."
Yeah.
So it's like I like yeah.
When you hear someone who's like 2 inches taller than you, you're like, oh my god,
they're so much taller. They're crazy. Yeah.
And then
that's what
you
I think.
realize you're just like slightly under.
Yeah.
Like meeting eye to eye, and it's like, oh, there's
it's really
almost
not that.
no difference.
Yeah. Well, because like not to just talk about people we know, but obviously I know Ryan's not taller than Nicole, right? So like when it's obvious, it's obvious. Yeah, but like if you're within like, basically if I look at you and I like can look into like your eyes without having to gate, like, you know what I mean?
Like your neck or something.
Yeah, like yeah. I'm like we're around the same height. That's what my brain does.
It's always weird because on my mom's side of the family, I'm one of the shortest males. So I never thought I was tall. And our high school had pretty tall people for the most part.
It really did. Yeah. No, like
when I went away to college, I felt like a fucking giant.
Yeah.
Because there's a much lower percentage of people who were taller than me.
And we did have a bunch of tall people.
Because, I mean, I think it's just I don't even know. Just we have a tall town.
So yeah, because so for example, like I always sort of like thought that I was short because I hung out with, like, for years I hung out with people who were like way over 6 foot. When I say way over 6 foot, like they would range from anywhere from 6'3" to like 6'5", right?
I mean, my new brother-in-law is 6'8".
Right, so like you're just like, I am a baby compared to you.
Yeah, like, I don't feel tall, but like 6 feet, I'm like, oh wait, that's actually, I don't remember what the percentage, but someone did like the percentage of guys who are like 6 feet or over.
It's the average height.
It's like 14%. I think average height is like 5'8", 5'9".
Man, the U.S. It's about 5'9".
Yeah. But it's always weird because like, for context for people who are watching, my mom and my dad are the same height. My mom comes from a tall family. My dad comes from, I'd say, an average height family because he's 5'9", and average height in the US
That's the average height. Yeah, but 5'9" is, I think 5'9" is definitely above the average height for a woman, though.
Oh yeah, my mom's tall for a woman.
5'4" is the average height for
women. And my mom's 5'9".
Yeah, so.
But my mom and my dad are the same height. My mom comes from a tall family. My dad comes from an average family. So on my dad's side, I'm the second tallest, and on my mom's side, I'm the second shortest.
It's crazy how that happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, at least among guys.
Yeah.
Because average height for women tends to be lower. Yeah, but on my mom's side, for guys, second shortest. On my dad's side, for everyone, because women, blah blah blah. But yeah, we'll just go with for guys. On my dad's side, for guys, second tallest by an inch. My cousin Justin is 6'1", and I'm 6 feet. Meanwhile, my younger cousin on my mom's side, James, is 6'4". And I'm pissed about it because he's like 2 years younger than me. It's bullshit.
You just cut off like a little bit of his shins, right? Do you guys ever watch King of the Hill?
When do you really think about needing your ankles?
Not right, like when is that needed? But the reason I referenced King of the Hill is Hank Hill's father in King of the Hill, what like canonically was like 6 foot, but like in the war got his shins blown off. So instead of being 6 foot, he was now like 5, like something small. It's King of the Hill was a weird show. It was good though, but it was odd. We all watched some weird stuff when we were younger.
I mean, I've watched so many anime that like my definitions of weird have completely changed.
Just in case people haven't seen it who are watching, Marlon and I have caught up on Slime now. On the
Fully caught up.
Yes, we are. So like, there have been like 2 full seasons, I believe, right? So we've seen both now.
Do you need recommendations?
Marlon and I, I'm gonna ask Marlon again, but yes, because Marlon and I want to start something else.
Do you want something kind of similar to Slime?
Yeah. I like Slime a lot.
Let's see. I need to remember the exact name, but it's kind of similar. And it's also adorable, even though the main character shouldn't be. Okay, so I'm a spider, so what?
Ooh, I think Marlon hates spiders, but that might be something I want to watch.
Okay. It's adorable. I won't spoil anything, but pretty much an entire Japanese class gets clapped from a magical disaster and get reincarnated into a new world. And the main character, kind of a bit of a social outcast, she gets reincarnated into a spider, and she hates it. She hates that she's been reincarnated into a spider, but the really funny thing is when we see her from her perspective, she's adorable.
Aww.
When we see her from other people's perspective, we realize how fucking horrifying a human-sized spider is.
You guys remember? Did you guys watch the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Yeah.
Erwin's son.
Oh my! I loved him.
Yeah, he was great, but that's a human-sized spider too, and a lot of people thought he was horrifying.
It was Billy's son.
Was it Billy's son?
Oh,
sorry. Why did I think he was Erwin's son?
Erwin's son's son?
I think Erwin did have a son, though.
Oh, I think I might just be... I could totally be remembering this incorrectly. I think, because, like, it probably... Erwin was, like, Billy's best friend who wore glasses. Yeah. He was half... No. Like, quarter Dracula? Or something? It was because his grandfather was Dracula, and his mom was a mummy. So, like, was he, like, because, I don't know.
Half mummy, quarter Dracula.
Yeah. Quarter human. Yeah.
Erwin Dracula, that was his full name.
I think he would have picked up on that sooner than he... What was the spider's name? Spider...
I don't remember, but
and Mandy.
Googling it did just remind me of Nurgle Jr.,
Jeff the Spider.
Who is Billy's paternal cousin.
You guys are right. It is Billy's son. Yeah.
It was Billy's son, yeah. I definitely remember that. I just didn't catch it when you said Erwin's son.
Yeah.
But yes, I knew who you were talking about.
Who are you talking about? Who did you just say? From Nurgle?
I was talking about Nurgle Jr., who is Billy's cousin.
Junior. I need to look up the picture. Oh! Yeah, very much forgot about this character.
Yeah.
It's Billy's cousin, right? What a camp. Who's Harold? Is that the dad? Yeah, that's the dad. Okay. True. Okay. That's funny.
Man, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and like Curse the Cowardly Dog really defined like how creepy of a show I can watch. And so yeah, this is normal. Because they're like entry level creepy. Like kid friendly creepy.
That's like the thing where like as an adult now, in age, not mentally, people like will talk about shows and be like, oh, I thought Billy, and they'll be like Billy and Mandy or like Courage the Cowardly Dog was so weird I couldn't watch it. And I'm like, what do you mean? I thought the show was totally normal and like I loved it.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was fucking awesome.
I loved it. And I just didn't think about it. You know, like I didn't think that was weird.
No, the only creepy one was the tome. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember
like Return the Tome.
Yeah.
That one? Yeah, that was the only one that I felt was actually...
The slab.
Yeah. Yes. That was the only one that I felt was actually, like, somewhat creepy.
We have a friend who lost power, like, 3 times while watching that episode. So, like, yeah, it's cursed. Probably wouldn't, like, just pick to watch it again. But like, I don't. Yeah, Billy, Mandy, and like Courage were just so normal to me.
But yeah. Let's see. Going back to anime.
Yes.
So I'm a Spider. So what? Again, reincarnation anime. You're gonna like it. If you like slime, you're gonna like this too because it's adorable and they get overpowered.
Yay.
Which is kind of just the script for slime.
Yeah.
Slime was amazing though. I'm not.
It might be my favorite show I've seen, like anime I've seen. It's up there for me.
If you want something a bit darker, I'd suggest 86 season 1 and 2. It's about war, but futuristic kind of mecha war.
Okay.
But it's dark. It touches on very serious topics. In fact, I just watched a YouTube reaction because I like watching reactions. I like sharing, I like sharing in someone's first experience with something. I watched a veteran react to 86, and he's like, "Oh fuck, this is triggering some things." It goes dark. He's still at the end of it. He's like, "This show was amazing. I just wasn't prepared for it getting so real so fast." But yeah, no, very very well written show. If you want an anime that is currently going on, you'll still probably need to wait like 5 weeks because I know Tony, you like to wait to binge watch something.
Spy Family or whatever.
Spy Family, yeah. Spy Family is adorable. It's great. It's hilarious. Very enjoyable.
Yeah, I very much want to see it, but yeah, like you're very correct. I like to wait till something's like out, pretty much, because I can just watch it all. Yeah. I
think it's a 13 episode series, and episode 8 just came out today, so you've got 5 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. I still got to watch a show in between that, basically.
So
I'll catch up on all of One Piece in 5 weeks.
So what? Nope. you I don't even know if it's possible to catch up on One Piece in 5 weeks.
Probably not, but it's funny.
In like 2 months, I caught up 700 episodes, but we're over 1,000 now.
Holy crap, that's so many. Like 1,000 episodes of show. It's so daunting for not have like watching any of it though. Like that's one of those things where if you go for it, you have to go for it. You have to be serious about it.
Oh, also, so Tony, I haven't watched the show yet, so if you want to watch it with me, it would be adorable.
Oh.
There is slice of life, very cute. I've read a little bit of the manga. It's adorable. Komi-san can't communicate.
Haven't seen it, but actually someone has suggested it for me too, so I would be down to watch it.
I can sum it up with social outcast meets hottest girl in school, who everyone thinks is an ice queen because she doesn't talk to anyone, but really she's just very socially anxious, which is why she can't talk to people. And he just finds out, wait, she's not like an ice queen who's too cool for everyone. She's just horrified to communicate.
I have anxiety.
Literally, that's like the entire premise is just social outcast meets most popular girl in school who everyone thinks is too cool to talk to people, but is really too stressed to talk to people.
Yeah, that is interesting. It also does make you sort of think.
I've got a long list whenever you're ready. I have a lot of anime that are near and dear to my heart, that are cute, you can binge watch really quickly, and you're going to think they're adorable.
Adorable. Adorable. Adored. A bowl. Nathan, are you big into anime?
Not really.
Okay.
What did I do? I watched some stuff recently. Oh, I watched Attack on Titan.
How do you like it?
I thought it was pretty cool. I got into it because I heard that it was ending soon, and then at the end of the second part of season 4, they were like, a bunch of losers, we're doing a whole other part of the season. See you in 2023, idiots.
Okay. The problem is, like, the mangaka, the people who write the manga, have a like ending off point, but sometimes the studio is like, this is a very lucrative endeavor, so we want more content.
More, please. And when we say please, here's a boatload of money to make more.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll, like, the manga, I think, has officially ended for Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
But the creator of the manga was given a contract that was like, if you can write us more content, we'll pay you a shit ton of money.
Well, to my understanding, what we have now has not even reached like the last however many chapters of the manga. So that's how it was explained to me. It was like people were like, we have one episode left, and there's like however many chapters of manga. Unless this episode's like an hour long, this is not like the last bit of whatever that we're getting.
These do not add up.
Yeah. So that was fun. And then I watched My Hero Academia.
I know a lot of people who aren't into anime who love that show.
I haven't caught up on it. I'm so behind.
Yeah, I keep forgetting up on it either. I ended at like season 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3 for me.
I will say season 5 wasn't my favorite. That's what we're on, right? 6 is coming out later this year, I think.
I'm saying I don't know. I could look it up.
The most recent season was not my favorite. They had some cool story beats. I felt like the pacing was a little weird. Didn't like the characters that they were focusing on so much. But watching that has opened me up to, I think, what my problem with most anime is. And that is, I generally enjoy more of like the action-based anime. But the action-based anime are always like, they have
same old, rinse and repeat.
Sort of, but I think my main problem is that everything that happens in the show has to be spoken aloud. Like a guy shows off a new move, and you get like 7 different close-ups of characters going, oh, a new move!
Yeah.
I'm as an anime connoisseur, whenever someone tells me there are problems with the anime, I try to find them an anime that fits what they're describing. Like something that would be interesting to them, because I just really like it, and I like recommending people good shows. Straightforward action anime that isn't drawn out and overly dramatized.
A little aside, and excuse Ivan, but I've been hearing stuff about Berserk. Is that an anime or is that purely a manga? Or
Well, I mean, it's an anime and a manga.
Gotcha.
Really dark. Fair warning, they
Okay.
touch on very heavy R-rated topics.
Okay. I like that. That's a good change of pace from My Hero Academia.
The 90s anime, really good. They continued it in like the late 2010s. Less good.
Oh.
I do have some unfortunate. I mean, I have bittersweet news.
Okay.
The mangaka who wrote it has passed away, and he never finished it.
Oh.
However, his 3 assistants told the publisher, he told us what he wanted to do, and if you're willing to accept us to write for him, we'll complete the series.
Okay.
So there's no news yet on whether the manga is going to be completed. But people have stepped up for it.
That's cool to know, at least.
I was going to say, Nathan, you might like Demon Slayer. Really popular, really mainstream, but I don't think that they do the whole like showboaty, like a person does a move and then 10 other people
Not
are like,
really.
oh my god. Not really, no.
No,
a little bit. But...
yeah, a little bit. Like, there are like moments where they'll observe someone who like canonically is stronger than them do something, and they'll be like, for a bit.
But for the most part, I don't think the main.
It's not as bad as like what like. It's not definitely not to the extreme that like say like a My Hero would do, where it's like, oh, they did a new punch, and then we get 25 people's perspective on that new punch.
No, yeah. I'd say check out Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer's good.
Also, Demon Slayer's. I don't know what their budget is for the animation department.
It's so pretty.
I think it's through the fucking roof. Like, I don't think the studio gave them a max budget. I think they just said, do what the fuck you want.
It's so pretty.
They are using as much of that budget as they can for animation. Because the animation in Demon Slayer is off the fucking charts. It's like movie level animation every single episode.
Like, I know I keep saying it's so pretty, but like, it's really nice. Like, I think it's my favorite like animation in a show I've probably ever seen.
The animation studio that did it, Ufotable, are known for their crazy, like, insanely good animations, and they've had really good animations before. Like they've really like topped the charts, but most of the time they can only do it for like a scene or two. I feel like the studio just told them with Demon Slayer, do whatever you want, because what used to just be like a couple of scenes per season of insanely high quality animation, they've decided we're going to do it every episode, every chance we get.
And to recap real quick, Demon Slayer is the show with the guy that wears the boar head, and the other guy that gets so scared that he falls asleep and fights demons.
Yeah, that's it.
The order you want to watch it is first season, Mugen Train movie, second season. Because they did a canon movie in between the 2 seasons.
I had seen a lot of that.
Yeah, it was very hyped up, and it's for good reason. Demon Slayer is very top tier in terms of action anime. There's also Jujutsu Kaisen.
Seen that one.
Thoughts?
I haven't seen the movie yet, but
I haven't seen the movie either. But thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen?
I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know. I am really bad about remembering things unless they were like in the past however long. I watched Jujutsu Kaisen as it was coming out because I had some friends that were watching it as it was coming out. So,
if you like Jujutsu Kaisen, you're gonna love Demon Slayer.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have a notepad open, but if you're interested in finding something to binge watch, Demon Slayer, definitely.
I love Inosuke. Inosuke's the one that wears the boar head.
Yep. He's great. I love him. I'm not gonna spoil anything. He's just great.
I enjoy him.
Also, oh my god, like first season animation, great. Second season animation, Tony? Holy
Very
fuck.
good.
They went all out on the second season. Like, and don't get me wrong, Nathan. First season was really good, but I think the thing was most people thought like you're not gonna be able to top the first season, and Ufotable was like, I bet let's
Cracks
see
knuckles.
Cracks
Let's
knuckles.
go.
You don't fucking know me yet. Second season was gorgeous, and I loved the story.
Derek, that's very fair for the question of the week. Derek just decided to be Ditto, and Dittos can mimic humans, so Derek gets to be human, so.
Now, question, Derek. Would you mimic yourself or someone else?
Good question.
I
don't think he could mimic himself, right?
I mean, theoretically, if you had like a full body photo, I'd say Ditto could mimic you.
I like to think though, like Ditto would just turn into the book like it did in the anime.
Oh my god!
Is that Ditto was not going to be in a Ditto, but
yeah, but
that's not how it did.
Yeah, I'd say if you had like a full body photo of yourself, I'd stretch if you were smart enough, you could mimic yourself. So yeah,
but you could also like mimic like some very famous person.
Yeah, are you doing identity theft, or are you just going to be yourself?
It's true, Derek. I would like to know. Derek is also third. Thank you, Derek. Are you third? No, but yes. I really need
Derek
to.
Was if we include me, fifth. If we don't include me, fourth.
Okay, so third. Got it. The third human mod.
Fair.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
He was the third mod.
Back from Comp, how goes the podcast? It goes well. Marlon, if you had to live as a Pokemon, who would you live as? That's our question of the week.
Also, hi, Marlon.
Very curious to see what Marlon picks. Because I know some of Marlon's favorite Pokemon, but I don't know if that's what Marlon would pick to live as a Pokemon. Hands. Probably as a Gardevoir. Interesting.
Oh no. It's fuckable.
Don't stop. Put it away. And Derek said also, who knows? Could just go day to day and see what I'm feeling. Yeah, you don't have to commit to like one copy. You could just be like, tomorrow I'll be Beyonce. It's like, okay, he can be. You.
Nope. I don't want to get into that. Nope.
Just.
I was thinking something that would cause a lot of. We've just seen too much of it. I was gonna say, just become Amber Heard and do a bunch of crimes.
Yeah, I mean,
but I I don't know, that trial is so big in the news right now.
Is that like the motto that people love? Be gay, do crime. Be Amber
No,
Heard, do crime.
that's Johnny Depp's
Yes.
abuser.
I know who it is.
Yeah,
but
no, I know. Yes, Nathan. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm with it.
I'm just trying to be funny.
Yeah, no, I got it. I thought it was funny.
No, all right, a joke went over my head.
Yep, it's okay.
I'm not Drax. I'm not fast enough to catch it.
No, it's okay. Nathan, it was hilarious.
Okay.
You're funny.
Okay.
Hey, Nathan, it went over my head, but I love you regardless.
Okay.
You're funny. You're
Okay.
valid. You're handsome.
I still don't, actually no. I've definitely seen what Nathan looks like. Just I don't remember.
Well, then you don't know what a true god looks like.
I mean, I can assume Nathan is a handsome man.
True god amongst people.
You liked one of my pictures on Instagram recently. I mean, it hasn't been like super recent, but like.
Oh fuck! What's your goddamn Instagram? God damn it!
My first and last name.
Which, don't say out loud the last name part at
yes,
least.
that one. There we go. Yes, okay. No, Nathan is a gorgeous motherfucker. I forgot about that.
The fact you forgot is
I'm jealous of
blasphemy.
his facial hair. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I've got a little Johnny Depp thing going on.
Yeah. Don't marry someone named Amber, but okay.
Okay. Honestly, I didn't know what Johnny Depp looked like without like 1,000,000 pounds of makeup and costumes until this case, and I had been doing my facial hair and since like way before that.
Pie.
He is a very attractive man.
He is handsome.
Hello, pie.
Oh,
Pie.
pie!
Hello, pie. Hello, pie. Pie, pie, pie. Found pie. Hello, friendos. Hello, pie.
I haven't talked to Pie in forever. I miss Pie. I've also been very antisocial lately, so that's more my fault than anyone else's.
Everyone needs more pie in their life. It's okay.
Both the person and the food.
Excite.
Oh my
Pie's
god!
gonna join TS.
Oh my god! Pie's gonna join!
Everyone to the stations!
Battle stations!
Remember, follow the script!
Remember your training!
Hey, you down the hall! Do that thing again! Alright, okay. Everything.
Hey, Tony, guess what?
I'm Tony. My pie.
Well, also that, but hi, Pie.
Hi.
Hello.
Also, Tony.
I'm Tony.
Guess what? After my cousins planned on game night, they just canceled right now.
Woo!
So I'm yours for the rest of the night.
Yay! Mark gets to stay! Pie did need a help.
This has really been a roller coaster of whether I'm staying or not.
True. It is a roller coaster. Well, actually, it's gone up and down a few times, so it's like it's not like a craziest roller coaster, but like if you're afraid of roller coasters, this is a really good roller coaster to get on because like you get used to it. Pie needs an adult. I always need an adult. I need an adultier adult. True.
I need a more adult at all times to supervise. Thank you.
Pie just like looks over his shoulder. There's just some guy like in a hard hat with a clipboard. Huh? Yeah, sorry, Mr. Supervisor, you asked for one.
Honestly, the only time the only time that I feel like a responsible adult is when my friends and I are all like shit-faced, because somehow when I drink, I now become the dad friend, and I'm like, all right, everyone, make sure you drink water, like pace yourself between drinks, as I'm already shit-faced.
I've been the dad friend for so long.
Wait, Tony, real talk.
Yeah.
Do you know the reason why I became the responsible drunk?
Have
I told you this?
It's not coming to mind exactly right away.
There's one time that you said that you didn't want to drink if you didn't feel like everyone was safe.
Yeah.
So I became the responsible drunk, where the more I
True.
drink, the more I make sure everyone else is okay.
I've shaped
So
Mark in
that
this way.
you could
My finest creation.
My finest creation. I created a responsible drunk.
He sees one of those fucking like Coors Light trucks going down the highway. It says "Drink responsibly." He's like, "Hey, I always do."
I always do. No, I actually, because like when I went to a different college, because I went to community first and then transferred to a different college. And I didn't know this, but the dorm that I, slept in, because there's 3 dorms, and 2 of them seemed kind of run down, and the third one seemed a lot newer. So I signed up for the newer one. What I didn't know is the newer one tends to be freshmen only. But because I transferred, I was allowed in. So I made a lot of freshman friends, and I became the older, responsible drunk.
By default.
And I felt great, because one of my friends told me once, after like, it was only like a week or 2 after like their first time drinking, and how much I was like instilling, take time between drinks, drink plenty of water, like self-assess yourself. They told me that like 2 weeks later they went to another party with different friends, and they became that friend because I had shown them what to do. And I'm like, I'm so proud of myself.
It's a never-ending passing down process.
It really is. It's like, oh my god, like they convinced their friends to drink water, and they made sure that they paced themselves, and I'm like, I'm so proud of you.
Aww.
Yeah.
What a
Anyway,
lovely, wholesome
hi.
time.
Question of the week.
I doesn't know a lot of
Yes.
Pokemon.
No,
But-
none whatsoever.
So, well, like, round 5 Pokemon, I'd argue.
That's
No.
generous, but I'll take 5.
If you had to pick a Pokemon to live as out of the ones you know.
Name all the ones you know.
Ooh.
Okay, because like, you know who Pikachu is, obviously.
I know Pikachu.
Yeah, you know Pikachu.
I know Voltorb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it because Tony
It's
loves
me.
Voltorb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of Tony. I know the one that looked like a creepy lady where you were in the backpack of it in the one
Sneasler.
game. Sneasler, that's the
Yeah.
one.
Oh.
Davey don't like. I don't like Sneasler that much. I really don't.
I know there's a Cranidos because of the
Yeah.
shiny gun.
Oh, Tiny Shinosaur. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
I can see them, but Squirtle's one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Was that 5? I think that was 5.
That was 5, yeah.
Yeah. Good
Okay,
job.
cool. I'm done for the
If
day.
you could pick
Great, my
one to
brain.
live as.
Yeah, you know what to live as.
I would choose to be Pikachu, but not just now Pikachu, but like Pikachu from the 90s, like that
Chubby
big old
Pikachu.
fat,
Yeah.
schlonky
Good Pikachu.
Thick
Good
of
old.
Pikachu.
We
Exactly.
love round boy Pikachu.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I chose I had 2 answers, and there's a theoretical. The one I wanted to choose was a Pokemon called Tropius, which is essentially. Do you know dinosaurs really well, or somewhat well?
No.
Do you know what a Brontosaurus is? The really long-necked one.
Long neck boy.
Long neck, yes.
There's a, yeah.
It was that, but it had wings and it could grow fruit.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my god, like, depending on how frequently the fruit grow back, I could just fly around the world and end world hunger. Unfortunately, what we found out is the fruit only grows back twice a year.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I couldn't end world hunger. So my other answer was a Pokemon called Machamp, which is really buff and has 4 arms.
Nice.
And I chose it because I would be really good at hugging, and I would give the best hugs in the world because I had 4 arms.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard. What the hell?
Extra hugs.
It's just I would be the world's best hugger. Like
True.
I could make people feel so safe.
You could charge money for those hugs.
I could.
It's true.
I
Imagine
think you're
though,
being all
like
wholesome, and I'm like,
I mean, I wouldn't charge money for those hugs, but I could.
we do stand responsible drinking, and Derek said, "Oh, that's not the answer I was expecting."
What were you expecting, Derek?
Also, Mark, I needed you last night to tell me not to be an idiot while drinking because I am
So
paying for
why
my mistakes.
didn't you like message me or something, Pi?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I was
Oh.
drunk.
Derek, time out, Stone.
Oh, wait a second.
Derek said that the main reason why I would that the answer here is expecting for me to pick the 4-armed Pokemon was masturbation.
Yeah.
No, I chose it because 4 arms would be really nice hugs. All right, Derek.
Bonk. There we go. Bonky Derek.
There we go.
Nathan
yeah.
picked a lovely Pokemon.
He did.
Oh,
It's called a Slowbro. It's a giant pink cat, basically, that's always smiling, and it looks kind of high, and it has this weird giant shell thing that has a mouth, and it looks like it's chewing on its ass.
I mean, actually, that's the reason why it's high, is apparently that shell thing injects toxins that makes it feel high. And that's why they look so dumb and happy all the time.
A lovely existence.
Pokemon are weird.
We could we could have a conversation, and it just, the more you know about Pokemon, the weirder it gets. It doesn't get more normal.
No.
There's never a time where you learn more about Pokemon and are like, yeah, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like I'm happy about
this. I mean, the whole thing of like, it's a kid's game, but there are no normal animals, so that means that they eat Pokemon.
Or they're vegetarians.
There are plant Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because so in the Pokemon anime, at first they did have like other animals in it, but they retconned that pretty fast.
They also got rid of the one episode that had guns in it.
Yeah.
There was an episode with guns?
Yep.
There's also an episode where one of the main antagonists had a pair of fake breasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just about to bring that up, the cross-dressing episode.
Yeah.
There was also
oh boy.
Pi, there was one episode that caused seizures in thousands of children.
I remember hearing about that.
We were just talking about that one.
Yeah, we were.
It's not Porygon's fault.
It's not Porygon's fault.
Pikachu's fault.
Yeah, it was Pikachu's fault.
Also the animation team. But
mainly the animation team, to be fair. Mainly the animation team.
Poor Porygon got blamed.
There was they were in the digital universe, like when Scooby-Doo faced a digital ghost, that thing. Except they decided at one point to just have giant flashing red and blue lights that, like, not just like flashing lights on a screen. No, the entire screen was flashing rapidly.
Oh,
like getting flashbanged in Call of Duty.
And it sent thousands of kids into seizures.
Who the fuck okayed that?
Someone who probably didn't keep the job for very long.
They probably did not keep that job for long.
There, an interesting fact is that so the original Pokemon intro has clips from episodes like that happen, but there is one clip in the intro that was never in an episode that aired in the US. There is a Pokemon called Tentacruel, and Tentacle, in an episode that aired in Japan, destroyed buildings. But it happened
It was
like
Godzilla.
yeah, it was pretty much Godzilla,
Essentially.
but it happened like around 9/11. It was released around then, so they immediately like axed it, and it never aired in the US. And so there is like a brief like clip in the original like intro of a Tentacle like destroying a building that was never shown in the US. Like the clip is in the intro in the music like video still, but the episode was never shown in the US.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, yeah, timing wise, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it's like
That's weird,
time is a
'cause
big
for
thing.
some reason, I feel like I remember that episode, but it might just be one of those things where it's like you think you remember it, but it
But
didn't happen.
you saw it like 1,000 times in the intro, like at least
Yeah.
the Tentacle at like destroying a building or like swiping
Yeah.
into it, so that you might just remember that clip too.
Yeah, that could be it.
Because it's like you probably saw that hundreds of times, like, but or if somehow you had access to the Japanese version at the time.
No, I wasn't into anime yet,
Hmm.
so like it was.
I didn't
just-
know that Pokemon was anime.
It was I didn't either until like I got older. I'm like, oh, it's just a kid-friendly anime.
Yeah, I watched.
Because there are a lot that are not kid-friendly.
True. Like, because, like, I think, like, when we were younger, like, I used to watch Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, even Naruto, and I didn't know that, like, anime was, like, a thing. I'm just like, I like this show.
Digimon, Beyblade,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Bakugan.
Technically, as well.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Too.
Yeah, all those are anime.
They were.
But-
It's just, they were...
They're just shows
Yeah.
I liked as a kid. That's probably fine. It's got a horrific pain in my side.
Oh, I love those. Like random stabby pains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My spine does that every now and again.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
You'd love to see it.
Yeah, I get like paralyzed for like 2 days because my spine randomly does stabby pain.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I don't want to function for the next couple of days. And I'm like, all right, guess we're laying in bed.
This is home now.
Stabby
This is
stabby pain
home now.
pain.
Yeah, stabby pain.
Ow.
So, I was gonna ask you, Tony. So last night, my cousin got married, so I was at a wedding, and I was.
Whoa,
heavily
you
intoxicated.
told us that was you and Kelly were getting married.
It just didn't work out.
You lied. No.
Oh, Hi.
We tried, but you know, it's just. We're just gonna
You
hold off for
lied to
now.
it. No, I was kidding.
But yeah, so then got heavily intoxicated, and then like in my hotel room, I think at like 2 a.m. I tried to join you and Marlon.
Yeah, we've been 2 a.m. your time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I ever actually get connected?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I was upset. I was willing to stay up many more hours if you were able to connect.
No, like my service was super bad and the Wi-Fi at the hotel sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moral of the story: don't mix many types of liquor in one night.
Why?
What you want to do, and I'm not saying this because I'm a functional alcoholic, you want to go from heavy to light. So if you start out drinking vodka and then move through the course of the night to like beer or wine, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you start light and then move to heavy, you're fucked.
Yeah. My issue was just that I started with vodka, and then while I was still drinking vodka, added in some white wine, and then threw in some champagne.
Oh,
the
that was no, that
The
was your big
champagne's
problem
my
right there.
mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not only just wait. So then ended up doing tequila shots.
Oh no.
and then drank a little bit more vodka, drank a little bit more wine, did some more tequila shots, and then had a beer that was 9.6%.
Okay, yep.
Atrocious.
Now, what I want to let the chat know, chat, please listen closely. Carbonated beverages increase how quickly you absorb alcohol. So if you drink a carbonated beverage like beer or champagne or sparkling wine with some other extremely heavier drink, that is just going to smack you in the face like you owe it money.
Oh yeah. I am paying the piper today.
Paying the Pied Piper.
Yeah.
Oh, paying the Pie Piper. Haha. Because you're pie.
I like that.
Yeah. Came up with that on
I love
my
you,
own.
Tony.
Thank you.
Of course. You're my bro. I love
Thank you. Thank you.
That sounded like you said achoo.
Oh, I said thank you in like a crying voice.
Yeah.
Because I'm emotionally moved by what Mark said.
I mean, right now I'm just drinking straight whiskey, but that's just me.
Hey. Nice.
I don't need to be drunk to tell Tony that I love him. I tell him that sober on a daily basis.
It's true. I love my dearest friend who's... Oh yeah, Derek said, yeah, that's a standard beer. Starter beer 1 a.m. after already getting drunk. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
I was gonna drink more beer, and then I saw the percentage, and I was like, I shouldn't drink more beer.
I wish she could have connected to Discord.
The wedding, we left the wedding venue at like 11, and then at, I think, was it like 1 a.m.? I ended up meeting up. I hung out with my cousins for a couple hours, and then I met up with my maid of honor, two of the bridesmaids, the best man, a couple of the groomsmen, and we were all like hanging out at the hotel. And then after that, went back to my room. I tried to connect with you guys, and I was like laying on the bed trying to connect on Discord, and it wasn't working on my phone. So I just gave up and passed out on the bed, and then woke up 2 hours later at 4 a.m. with all the lights on, my clothes on, my contacts in, with my phone next to me, and I was like, huh.
You
I
know
don't know
what
what just happened.
the bad part is? As soon as you stopped trying, I told Marlon, yeah, I think she just passed out.
I did.
And it's funny that I was right. Yeah.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
I was. Yeah.
I died.
I
You're
think I
reborn.
did. No, not yet. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel better, and then I'll be reborn. Still dead.
We had a friend at a party. Mark and I had a friend at a party we went to, who got really drunk and was in the bathroom for like 8 hours. It felt like.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, yeah.
It might have been because we like all stayed the night and they were still in the bathroom for I got very worried.
It was at least 3 hours.
Yeah.
I remember I checked in on them numerous times.
Yeah.
Like, hey, are you alive? And I just hear, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Got it.
Yeah, that was bad because it was at least 3 hours. Because I think we checked in on them like every like half hour at least.
They came back a new person.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They were reborn that day. That's the segue I was making. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like when they finally came out of the bathroom, they looked so happy and refreshed, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
They were
what
reborn.
happened in there?
How?
Birth.
There's a magic wizard in that bathroom, I think.
It's called the toilet.
Yup.
It was their best friend. Their best friend.
Our worst enemy this morning was the 2-hour drive home.
That's never a fun drive. The
No.
hangover drive.
Especially not in the back seat, cramped. Like, it's a small car.
So you
and
weren't
we had
even
5
driving?
people in it. No, I was in the back seat, and I was the only one hungover. Like, this is stupid.
I'll never forget another party Mark and I went to. Mark, I can't remember. I think you were in the car with me.
I was. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, our friend, like halfway through the drive, that was still like a decent long drive, goes, "Hey, is anyone still drunk? I am," or something like that. It was like, "I'm still drunk. Are you guys?" It's like, what?
Is anyone else?
Anyone else still drunk? It's like, no, don't tell us that.
In the middle of the day, when was this?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We woke up after a party and immediately went to like Korean barbecue or something.
That's great.
And the person who offered the drive, probably 30 to 40 minutes into the drive, out of order goes, "So is anyone else still drunk?" And we're like,
Oh my god.
On that day,
I
we
feared
died.
for my life.
We thought it's like
like
I
it.
got really nervous. Honestly, I was like, "Oh no, oh
Honestly,
no."
I would prefer to be pulled over.
Yeah. Did not enjoy that. Honestly, though, that's not the most danger I've ever felt as a passenger. When I was younger, I went to, well, not younger, it was in high school. I went to, Mark, I could like say the name of the person, like after. I went to her birthday party.
Me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I went to her birthday party, and her older sister drove us home. And
Gotcha.
when I say that she was the worst driver in the world, she was the worst driver in the world. She was cutting people off at like crazy speeds, yelling at them like they were the problem, just driving like they didn't drive straight. Like every time they drove, they looked like they were just gonna turn into people next to them. Me and the other people in the car, like, were looking at each other for dear life. Like, we might have even held hands. I don't remember. I think we might have. Yeah, like.
I'm not religious, but I will be if you save me.
Yeah. It was just like, it was actually scary because like it was to the point where actually one of the people lived like in the same town, or like in the same town as me, but like decently away, and begged me to get off at the stop with them. And I was like, okay, yeah, well, that's fine, we can do this.
Oh boy.
Yeah. What a time to be alive, or almost dead.
Fearing for your life.
Yeah. You know, weirdly, I really do remember the fearing for my life moments vividly.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Also, Tony, I should double check because you know a lot of people by that name, or at least I think you know a lot of people by that name. You mean the Wales one?
Whales. Oh, yeah,
I thought whales
probably.
were an animal. That one?
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay, gotcha, okay.
I think Ryan told us that story, maybe.
I was there for that.
Okay, then you were. Then yeah, because I definitely wasn't there for that, but like have heard about it.
Again, not going to mention the name or the person's gender.
So I already said she, but yeah.
Right. She, once we were talking about the country Wales, and she said, "Wait, I thought whales were animals."
Oh, it's like, oh, sweetie.
Oh boy.
No, she was actually a very nice person.
Yeah, no, that's why, like I said, like, oh, sweetie, because like, she was very sweet. Like,
she was very sweet. Just they were
not very smart.
There were minimum amount of brain cells in there.
Like, I don't know how to say this. We look like brain surgeons compared to this person.
Oh. Oh boy.
Very, very sweet and nice though. Like always,
no,
very nice
she
to
was
be
great.
around.
I loved hanging out with
Yeah.
her. She was great.
I mean, she invited me to her
Yes.
birthday party, so I guess we were close enough.
Yeah.
And her sister almost killed me, so.
Just there was a lot of space for the thoughts to bounce around in there.
Yeah. Which is okay.
It's fine. Honestly, I would take her over some of the other people I've met in my life.
A lot of the other people for me, at least. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I would rather someone who is very sweet, even if they're a bit. There's not a nice way to say this, just a bit dumb.
Yeah. Well, they were just.
as-
Spacey is like
as-
really great
yeah.
description word, I think.
As opposed to someone who is smart but just a piece of shit. Because I've met way more people who are a piece of shit and smart than people who were
That's
a
nice.
bit airheaded and sweet.
But with a good heart, that's what matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least to me. You know, when someone has a good heart, I think is much more important.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm dumb as a brick, but like my heart's decent.
Your heart is golden, Tony.
I'm colorblind, but thank you.
Your heart is a very shiny gray, Tony.
Thank you.
We love shiny gray.
Shiny gray.
My shiny gray in me, shiny gray, shiny gray. My shiny gray that sparkles.
Just like the Christmas
That's a
tree.
That is also shades of various gray. But yeah, so I kind of want to ask, like, if what is the most danger you've ever felt as like a passenger in a car for you guys? Because for me, it was definitely that moment I said before. And like I have been in near like I've told a story when I got my dog, like we almost crashed and died, but my dad like was driving and he got us out of danger real fast, like, and like did everything he had to. But I only felt danger for that split second. You know what I mean?
Mine is kind of tied.
Okay.
One's a person, one's a specific situation. For the person, my dad gets road rage a lot, and there have been numerous times where he's like, "Oh, this asshole," and just goes like 110 miles an hour down the highway to pass someone. And I'm like, "Oh God." And then the other person who I'm not going to name, but it's someone that you and I both know fairly well, Tony.
This is what the DM is for.
Yes. I mean, I'm going to DM you, but I don't know if you were in the car for it, but it was the traffic circle near me. In
Okay.
fact, I don't think you were there for it.
Doesn't ring a bell?
They didn't know how the yield signs in traffic circles worked.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Oh,
I forgot
gotta
what.
look.
Yeah.
Twice, in the space of like 15 seconds, twice they ignored the traffic laws for yields in the traffic circle by me, and almost got into an accident twice while I was in the car.
Yeah, that one. That's not lovely.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
In fact, I mean, I think Tony, one of the times that you can attest to is, I think when I was driving. Do you remember the time that I glanced over and saw that
Yes.
someone's hood was open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
This
so
one
like
I can
again,
say
that
because
was
it's
like
on me.
for me though, like that was like a split second of bark, 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 bark. Break, break, break.
Yeah, so just to explain to the audience, I saw someone driving down the road past me, like going in the opposite direction with their hood open, and I turned and looked for a split second, and I'm like, wow, it's really dangerous that they have their hood open. In the split second that I turned my head, perfect timing, the person in front of me slammed on the brakes.
Yeah, no, the timing was very, like, and, like, I mean, that's a distraction that would get, like, I feel like everyone to turn their head.
I still have never been in an accident.
Yeah.
Like,
No, so the thing is, though,
driver.
you didn't get into an accident, so I didn't fear for my life. It was just like, oh shit, we need to hit the brakes.
Yeah.
More than...
I mean, I'd like to think, I mean, Tony, you've driven with me a lot. I'd like to think I'm a fairly safe driver.
Yeah, definitely.
So
also, the thing is, we were in a very small car.
I drive a Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
You know, what's funnier than somebody who's 6 feet tall driving a Mini Cooper?
There's not much. Get it? Haha.
He was the person was driving in the opposite direction with their hood up, and in like the half a second that I looked away from the road in front of me, the person in front of me slammed on the brakes.
Yeah, that time was just very unfortunate.
Derek
said a Mini. I wish
drive?
my car was that big. Do you drive like a smart car?
Hey, do you have a smart car, a Fiat? Like what?
What's smaller than a Mini? Smart car. Maybe a Fiat? Chevy Spark? Is a Chevy Spark smaller than a Mini Cooper?
Chevy Sparks are pretty small. I think they're 2 doors.
Yeah, so is a Mini Cooper.
Hey, I gotta get going.
Alright, that sounds good, Nathan. Thank you for hanging out, friendo. I very much appreciate it.
Of course. You guys have a good one. I'll see you later.
Bye, Nathan.
Bye!
User disconnected from your
Derek
channel.
said no, just nobody can sit in the back seat. That is the same with the Mini Cooper.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking up the specs. The Mini Cooper is slightly wider. Oh, no. Yeah, no, the Mini Cooper is slightly wider but shorter, and the Chevy Spark is
Longer and
thinner but
skinnier.
longer.
Yeah.
And they're
That's
the
what I
exact
would
same
think.
length. I mean, wait. No, I got that wrong. Mini Cooper is wider, but like shorter height-wise. Meanwhile, Chevy Spark is thinner width-wise, but taller height-wise. In fact, I think they're nearly the same exact dimensions. Because they're both... One of them is 4 inches longer, and the other is 4 inches taller, and their length is exactly the same. So I think they're almost identical in size. Derek, yeah, I literally had to adjust my seating position to have people sit in the back seat. Like, I pretty much sit with my knees directly under the steering wheel now, just so I can put people in the back seat. Because otherwise my legs are too long to actually, like, sit normally and have someone sit in the back. Oh, Tony, was that your train?
Yeah.
Hey, I muted myself because they was going past me.
I didn't mute in time, but you know it's part of the gimmick now. You know we hear the train to train, the train to train to train.
We're roughly like 6 minutes of train apart from each other,
True.
And like a 10 to 15 minute drive apart from each other. It's almost like we went to the same high school.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
No one could tell,
Absolutely crazy.
but right now my VTuber model, I'm holding my Volturb in this hand.
I love your Voltorb.
I love him so much. My son! My boy! My boy! My boy!
Yeah, but Derek, I drive a not one. I drive not one of the bigger minis, but the smallest coupe mini.
Derek is also a tall guy too, so.
Yeah, I think I've actually, from all the years of knowing Derek, I think we're somewhat similar in height.
Yeah, Derek is over 6 foot. I don't.
Yeah, I'm like, I think
remember...
he's 6'1" or 6'2", if I remember.
Yeah.
He's slightly taller than me.
6'2". Yeah.
All right.
So you're both you go tall guys in small cars.
Very small cars.
Yeah.
Look, I really wanted to drive a car with a manual transmission. I spent the entire day shopping and couldn't find one. And then when I mentioned to the final dealership on my way to find a new car that the previous dealership tried to sell me a Mini Cooper, but it sounded like its engine was about to explode. And he's like, wait, we just got a Mini Cooper like 2 days ago. I just don't have it on the property yet because we only just finished fixing it up. Which, at the time, I was sketchy because I'm like, they definitely didn't fix this up. Now, in the present, I'm like, they probably fixed it up because this thing has been running like a chain.
I was gonna say, like, you've had it for
I've had it for
a while.
Like 6-7 years,
Yeah,
and I
definitely.
haven't really had any major thing happen.
Nothing that, like, you would have, like, suspected them selling you a bad car. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it wouldn't
no,
have
no.
nearly lasted that long.
No, they were definitely honest when they said we just fixed it up and that's why it wasn't on the property. But at the time, I'm like, okay, they definitely just bought this and haven't looked it over yet. But yeah, no. I spent like the entire day searching. I complained to them that a former dealership tried to sell me a really beat up Mini, and it's like, wait,
Mini.
we just got a Mini Cooper. Like, you know, like they only just completed the work on it today, so I didn't have it like listed. And I took it for a test drive. It drove great. And it was a manual transmission car, which is what I wanted. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, sure. And I bought it and drove it an hour home and only stalled once.
Nice.
Dab.
And that was my first time driving a manual transmission.
That's why you get the
car for more than
dab,
3
because
minutes.
it's like, yeah, no, it's like, that was pretty much like...
Like, I had a small amount of practice at driving manual transmission cars, and then I bought the car, and then had an hour to drive home when I have barely practiced manual transmission. And that was scary, but I did it, and even funnier, I stalled 2 lights away from my house, and that was the only time I stalled.
It's funny.
I was
You did
almost
pick a good
there.
place to stall, though. Like, if you were to, like, you know, like, at least you were
Tony,
very close to home.
Tony, do you know the Dairy Queen near the high school?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I stalled at that light.
Ah, yeah, wow. Yeah, like...
Yeah. Literally 2 lights away from my house.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that might be... No. Is that... Yeah, 2. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Because the one directly near my house than the one at Dairy Queen.
Yeah. I do, it is fun, air quotes fun, the experience you get from driving. Like, one of my first times I went driving, I was driving with my dad. This is when I had my permit. And the vehicle we were driving ran out of gas. And my dad basically was like, well, we ran out of gas. So there's a gas station close, but you get one shot at this. You have to pull it up to the thing, like the gas station and at the pump perfectly, or you're getting out and pushing, basically. So it's just like, oh, that's no pressure to a new driver or anything. To have to perfectly coast up to this spot. Well, I did it, but it was a lot of pressure, and I did not like that.
And I'm proud of you, Tony.
Thank you. It was very scary. that was but a wee babe. And
I'll be honest, I still have never run out of gas.
I've ran on the gas
I've come close.
2 or 3 times.
My car has a fairly accurate range, like setting where it'll take your average miles per gallon and then how much gas you have left and calculate it. There was one time that I was 9 miles until empty, and then I filled up. That was the closest I ever got to running out of gas.
I ran out of gas once with each vehicle that I've driven, I think. No, actually just once. with my old car. I haven't run, knock on wood, I haven't run out of gas in the newer vehicle to me at least. My Oldsmobile, I ran out of gas on the way to school once.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm so sad. I mean, it's good that you upgraded, but I'm so
I miss
sad
that car.
you don't have the
I love
old
it.
anymore.
Yeah, I wish I still had it. Honestly, I really, I just miss the car.
You know what's funny? Do you remember? Like, okay, the Mini Cooper was the first car I owned, but it wasn't the first car that I drove.
Yeah, I remember the Nissan.
Yeah, you remember the Nissan.
I love
My
that. I love
sister
that car
still
too.
has that Nissan.
Yeah.
Out in Colorado. She drove it all the way to Colorado when she moved.
Ah, what a car. I've been in the trunk of that car multiple times.
You drove at least a 10-minute drive in the trunk.
Yeah, twice. I think.
And I think it was really funny because that one time that we picked up people and they asked, weren't you worried if someone rear-ended you? And you were like, I didn't have that thought before now. Tony spent a 10-minute drive in the trunk just for a practical joke.
Aren't I cool, Pie?
Worth it. 100% worth it.
No, it was hilarious because
It's very funny though.
Tony came to my house and we went to go pick up another one of our friends. But before we went to pick them up, we were like, what would be funny to do? And we had to pick up someone else after that friend. So Tony hopped in the trunk and I picked up our friend and they were like, what happened to Tony? And I'm like, he's really like under the weather right now. He came down with something. He's not gonna be able to make it. And they're like, oh, okay, that's fair. Then we drove like 10 to 15 minutes to pick up our other friend. Pick them up. They asked, where's Tony? And I'm like, oh, he came down with something. And I'm like, one sec, I gotta go grab something real quick. And I walk out to the trunk, open it, and I'm like, yo, what's up, Tony? And from inside the car, you hear our two friends scream, what the fuck? They were in the car. Like, our friend was in the car for 10 to 15 minutes. Not knowing that Tony was just in the trunk.
That's so good.
They freaked out for like at least 30 to 45 seconds. Like they were just, they were like, what the fuck did you guys just do?
So one thing that I thought was funny from the trunk, like I could hear them talking, and our one friend never saw our other friend if I wasn't there, and kept talking about how weird it was that like this person's here but no Tony. It's like I never see you without Tony. This is weird. And I'm just in the back of the trunk. I'm like, heh.
Oh my goodness.
If only you had a cat to stroke, like.
True. You need a monocle.
The other time that we did it, was.
We did it, Tony.
Yeah. Well. Oh.
Hey,
my.
Oh.
Oh
Oh.
my.
Oh my. Ryan's jealous again.
Ryan's not jealous. He joins in.
That's true. That's true. But the other time we did it, timing was a bit off. That one, I was actually, you know what? I wasn't in the car ride. I was in the trunk the entire car ride. I was in the trunk while you went inside to get someone.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to tell it or?
No, you do this one.
Okay, so Mark went inside to get someone, and like went in talking, and their parents made Mark sit down and eat. And it's really, really hot outside at the time. And I'm in the trunk with the car off.
Tony, I still want to reiterate, I was trying to rush through that as fast as I could.
Yeah.
Because I knew. No, I'm like, thank you for the food, but we really need to keep going. They're like, oh, you have a minute or two, right? I'm like, sure.
Why didn't you just tell him that you had a friend in your trunk?
See, you can't just tell someone that.
It would have been fine with it.
You can't
Well,
just.
no, I tried to blitz through that conversation, and I like shoveled down the food they offered me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's just really funny because, like, from my perspective, I'm like, Wow, this is really taking a long time.
It's starting to get hot in here.
And
Yeah.
I'm like panicking because I know Tony's in the trunk, and I'm like shoveling down food and trying to like speed up the conversation as fast as I can. Because I'm actually panicking at that point. I'm like, okay, like I liked this friend's parents. I'm like, yeah, you guys are great, like awesome. Like, can I get going now? Like, I got a place to be. Like, I really gotta go.
Oh, it's so good.
But the reveal is so
reveal.
great.
Was it worth it?
Yes.
Okay.
To me
As
it
long
was.
as it was worth it.
I still thought it was worth it. Like Mark gets in the car. I think maybe starts the car. Turns it off, says, I gotta get something from the trunk. And like pops the trunk and yells, Tony, you can come out now! And I basically just get out and get into the car. The normal
Just,
way.
Nonchalant.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm pretty sure that's what
Oh.
happened. Yeah.
That's so
Loves
good.
some shenanigans, and I was really dumb. But like,
both times were terrible situations because one, I drove for like 10 to 15 minutes with you in the
Yeah.
trunk, and the other time I left you in the trunk in scorching hot weather for at
Yeah.
least 5 minutes.
yeah. You know, to me, in hindsight, it was worth it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Actually,
no.
at that moment, I still
it-
thought it was worth it. Yeah.
It worked out. It
Yeah.
worked out, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
It was great. I'm glad nothing bad happened, and it was a hilarious prank.
Hmm.
But thinking back now as an adult, I'm like, that could have gone so much worse.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. But it's
Yeah.
fine. You're here.
But it
You're
didn't.
alive.
But it didn't. That's the key.
Yeah.
You see, everything went so well, though.
You see, Tony and I combined might make double digits in IQ. That's the problem.
Wow.
That's
impressive.
very overconfident, but okay. The three of us combined might not.
Yeah. I think
All
I
right.
can contribute like half a point if that does anything.
Yeah, I got about half a point to contribute as well.
Okay, well, I was gonna. Now it feels like I'm bragging because I was gonna say I'd probably have at least 2.5 IQ.
Then we're at
Ooh,
like
there we go,
we're at like 3.5, I think.
Heck yeah. Look
Yeah,
at us
okay.
go.
We are. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what? I like to think I'm at 1 full IQ now because Prez and I beat Portal 2 co-op, and that is a
Hey.
puzzle game. So
True.
I used my brain, and I feel like I gained at least a temporary wrinkle.
What's that like?
Felt good.
I
Oh,
found
great.
a GIF. I
Did
found a
you-
GIF that is
Did
amazing.
you physically feel the wrinkle forming?
Yes. Feel it.
I'm just imagining it's the same thing as trying to go Super Saiyan.
But it all just happens at once, and I can't control it.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know what you sent, Tony, but yeah.
It's
I'll send it
Squidward
to you
pulling
too,
his
if you
nose,
find it.
erasing the wrinkles in his brain, and it's completely smooth, and he puts it back in.
Hi, why don't we follow each other on Instagram yet?
I don't know.
Yeah, why don't you guys follow each other?
1 sec. I need to find Pi as a friend on Discord. Or no, actually, Steam will probably work better.
I was gonna say, on Discord, you can go through my server. On
Yep, I
Steam, you
got
can go through my friends list.
Well, I already have Pi as a friend on. Oh wait, Pi sent me a friend request.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. I need to send you my Instagram handle.
Okay.
Oh, yep, yeah. That
It's a good GIF.
that's
I
my
like the
brain.
GIF.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
I found
that
it yesterday, and I was
it's
like,
perfect. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Favorite.
Hey,
Need to
What?
favorite that one.
There's my Instagram because I have Nathan on here, so I need to have you on here too.
Okay, that's fair and valid logic. What kind of a handle is that?
It's a play on my last name and the word Pikachu.
Okay.
because that was. I really should change that. I'll be honest. Because the person who gave me that nickname is in jail now.
Oh.
Wait, who gave you that nickname?
Tony, do you remember a couple of weeks ago I said that one of my old bosses at the Boy Scout summer camp was in jail for
Yeah.
exactly what you'd expect a boss at a Boy Scout summer camp to be in jail for?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me that nickname.
Oh.
I really need to change that. But the problem is, I'm okay with the nickname, I just don't like who gave it to me. And I'm going to make the same joke that I made when I found out he was in jail. The only reason why I'm okay is because I was too old. So Pi, that the moniker with the Pikachu in my last name was given to me by my old boss, the Boy Scout summer camp.
Oh no.
I was looking for references one day because I needed references for work, you know how it is.
Of course, yeah.
So I looked him up because I'm like, him and I were like really cool. Like, I'll look him up, see if I can message him on Facebook or something. Instead, I find news articles about him being put in jail for flirting with an 11-year-old.
Oh. No, that
And now I'm very conflicted about the nickname because on one point, I really do like the nickname, I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
On the other point, the person who gave it to me is a piece of shit who I will personally put in the dirt if I ever see him in real life.
Fair and
fair, valid, based.
Yeah. So at
Or
this
boss.
point, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep the name. I'm kind of attached to it. And the person who gave it to me is probably going to die in jail because,
yeah,
because people like that don't do well in prison. Because there's an unspoken rule to prisoners: don't hurt kids.
Yup.
That's the only rule.
Yup.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy. What a story behind your nickname on Instagram.
I know, right?
yeah.
Holy
It's
shit.
in hindsight, that's a lot longer of a story than normal, right?
Anyway, Pi, now you know what I look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you not? Oh, I guess you wouldn't know what Mark looked like, huh?
No, Pi doesn't know what I look like.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
like,
I know what
I've
both
known
of you
Pi
look
long
like,
enough
so
that
like
I can add Pi on Instagram, and it's not
Yeah.
like, weird. It's just like we've known each other for long enough, and I'm friends with Tony on Instagram. Obviously, I'm friends with Nathan on Instagram because Nathan's our cute boy on the server.
it's true.
We've known Nathan since he was like 13, so it's
Sure.
weird now that he's an adult.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, awesome. I can have like mature conversations with you, but also it feels weird because when I first knew you, I was 18 and you were like 13, and it's like you were a child.
When baby.
Yeah, I met Nate.
he
Well,
was
actually,
baby.
you might have been. I don't think you were even 18 yet when you met.
No,
Nathan.
probably 17, maybe 16, almost 17.
Yeah,
Because
because
I didn't join your servers
no.
instantly.
Yeah. But yeah, it probably 17 if I had to guess. But still, it's the age difference.
Yeah, it was definitely like, I mean, he was the baby on the server. That was
Yeah,
the-
he was the
I don't know if he was
one
the
of our-
youngest, but he was one of the youngest on the server. So it's just like, especially because I think the big difference was I was almost done with high school and he hadn't started yet. And that's what gave
Yes.
the feeling of, he is a baby. We must
much
protect.
younger.
Protect at all cost.
We must protect at all costs.
Yeah.
And now he's like an adult and like is drinking age. I'm like, what? Huh? Where did the time go?
Crazy.
I mean, my birthday wasn't too long ago, but I'm old. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, I stopped caring about my birthday. I think that might have also had something to do with the pandemic.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Couldn't do anything, so I was like, it's just another day. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't fucking matter. And
I mostly just like drank and played games with friends online because that's COVID friendly.
mhm.
But yeah, no, I turned. I don't care about my age on this. I turned 26 11 days ago.
Happy late birthday.
Thank you. It still hasn't hit me yet that I'm in the bottom half of my 20s. Tony, it's painful, right?
Oh, it hurts. Yeah.
But when you like think about it, it's just, oh god.
26 so young, Derek says.
It's
Derek,
all relative.
Derek, I'll be honest, I don't even remember what age you are, but I'm still your daddy.
Makes sense. Also, so we were talking about Instagram. I just looked. The last picture of myself that I posted was 5 years ago. And it was a picture of Kelly and I.
Yeah, it's
yep.
always, it's funny because like when you followed me, I like followed back and like looked through your Instagram. I'm like, wow, it's like only group photos in here. I still don't know what you look like.
So in my most recent photo, I'm the one on the right.
All right, wait 1 second. I need to go and check because
Yeah, I had a lot more photos on my Instagram, but they were all super cringy and super old. And so I removed them all a couple years ago.
True.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually ever uploaded a photo of me to Instagram.
I don't think you have either.
I mean, you I don't think from what you told me you don't really like people. I mean,
Nope.
you like being a VTuber. That's
Yeah, I mean, like, so, yeah, I, like, don't have a problem pretty much. Like, it was funny. Our friend Hurt actually was saying, like, face reveal when? And I said, there is way more of a shot of you just becoming close friends with me and me randomly turning my webcam on in, like, a Discord call. That's how, like, Pi knows what I look like. That's how Marlon knows what I look like. That's how Derek knows what I look like. Than me doing a face reveal on Twitch.
Tony, how do I know what you look like?
I don't know. We were blindfolded for all those years.
I mean, we may have been blindfolded, but those lips were so endearing.
It's true. I feel like you learn what someone looks like that way, you know?
Yeah, you're always going to be one of my favorite people. So I'm going to love you forever, Tony.
I'm gonna love you forever.
Yeah.
Too bad.
I appreciate you.
Get loved on.
At least someone will. God.
I will. Ryan will. There's multiple.
I really should not say that.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
say you have multiple people that would love on you. So. Nerd.
You know what? Honestly, I'm sad that I'm not gay because if I was gay, I think I'd have more options.
True.
The funny thing was, I used to say that, and then I came out last year.
But now you have more options, wink wink.
I have all of the options.
Unfortunately, I mean, good for you, Pi. Very happy for you. Unfortunately, I have found out, yeah, I definitely am straight. And I've kissed enough guys to find out, like, yeah, I'm not into men, unfortunately.
Oh. Damn.
I tried. Don't
Give
get me
the
wrong,
old
I
college
tried.
try.
No, like...
Oh, that's great.
It's always hilarious because, like, there are a lot of people who are like, oh, well, how do you know you're straight? I'm like, I've probably made out with more men than you have. So I can personally tell you, I like kissing, but I'm not sexually attracted to men.
That's very fair.
Oh, God. Do I need to count? I think I need to count. Fuck.
If you want to, go ahead.
Oh, God.
I know, I know it's a minimum of 2.
I think realistically it's a minimum of 4.
That I know of
No,
2.
2 that you either witnessed or have heard of.
Yes.
But it's definitely a minimum of 4.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I can personally confirm 2.
I forgot about the truth. Wait, I forgot about a truth or dare situation. Nope, probably 5 or 6. I've made out with at least 5 or 6 men.
Hey, you know.
And you know what? They were great kissers, not gonna lie. Like, not complaining. Just, I did not feel the need to. You know what? I'll just say hetero-flexible, where if the right man came along, I'm not against the idea. It's just from prior experience so far, there have been no guys that I've been interested in. There have been a few guys I've been questionable about. Not, oh my god. There's one time at my college. A
one time at
guy
band camp.
walked past me. One guy, great fashion sense, smelled really good because like he walked like right past me, so I got like the whiff of like
that good whiff.
what someone, yeah, a good whiff of what someone smells like.
Yeah.
And he had like a very attractive face, so good style, good smell, attractive face. I'm like, I still think I'm straight, but there is some leeway in there. Like, that was how I felt after that. Because he just walked past me. I'm like, there is some leeway in there. I don't know how much leeway, but there's a little bit of wiggle room.
That's fantastic.
You guys are fantastic.
No, you.
Oh, thank you.
Tony, you are one of my favorite people.
Thank you.
Of course. I mean, I've known you long enough, like, at this point, like, if I've been hanging out with you and I hated you, I would just have to be a masochist at this point, because, like, there's no way I would have spent this much time with you if I didn't really enjoy being around you.
That makes sense. I think that tracks.
I would say that tracks. Derek, there's wiggle room for close friends. So
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Take that as you will, Derek.
Hey, we're all in love with Kyle. It's okay.
I'm just saying I'm comfortable enough with my sexuality to experiment a little bit.
Everyone loves Kyle.
I'm gonna have to wait till Tuesday for that, though.
Hey,
yeah, only on Tuesdays.
Yeah, but Kyle, I think is most likely willing to pretend it's Tuesday.
Yeah, probably. That sounds right.
Look, I'm really bad at remembering dates. If you tell me it's Tuesday, I'll just go with it. So wait, Derek, you weren't serious? Oh.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
You talking about the wiggly?
That's all right. I still love you, Derek. You talked about cars with me, and I appreciate you for that. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Anyone ever watch Letterkenny?
Sounds familiar.
It's like Canadian Valley show. I've seen a few episodes and I've seen like clips here and there, but I haven't actually watched it through.
I wouldn't say I've watched the whole thing, but I've watched at least 60% of it, I'd say.
Okay. Between
watching full episodes and just binge watching like clips.
Yeah.
You knows what I appreciate about you, Derek? You always bring me drinks.
Always bringing the drinks.
Also, fuck you, Shorzy.
Oh, I just watched that clip literally like 2 days ago.
Yo, they're doing a whole new series just on Shorzy.
Oh my goodness.
Is that a character?
Is a great show. Shorzy is a character.
Yeah.
He is, in my opinion, the roast king.
Fair. Tony, I can send you the clip I just watched if you want it.
Yeah.
Gotta find-
I mean, you could minimize it and just show it with the stream, Tony. Fuck you, Shorzy.
Uh, so it's
I
a
don't know
10...
why, but like things that should be offensive to me just never are.
It was a 10-minute
My
video,
internet-
Tony,
oh.
but
Oh boy.
it's clip. I put the timestamp on the video at one specific one.
I will watch it once the podcast is over.
All right.
Fair.
Just because copyright.
Fair.
And YouTube is mean sometimes.
Well,
Twitch is
what
mean
you
with
do-
music.
What you do is
Mhm.
not play the music, but turn on closed captions and only show the closed captions. That's how all of my reaction YouTubers, because like I said, I like watching people react to my favorite things. That's how all of my reaction YouTubers tend to get around it. Is they don't really show what's going on, they just show the closed captions and then their reactions to it.
Interesting.
But yeah, I don't know why, but I really like jokes that are highly offensive and shouldn't be okay, but fuck yeah. Like everything from Full Metal Jacket.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Only steers and queers come from Texas, and you sure don't look like a steer to me. That's definitely not okay, but it's Full Metal Jacket. I was quoting something. Be upset at the movie, not the person quoting it.
Be upset about no kidding.
I mean, truthfully, if people are upset about that, it's fine. It's a very offensive movie, and they say a lot of offensive things. So when I quote it, I kind of take it with a grain of salt of like, some people are going to be upset about this.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Because-
not a, you know.
It's an offensive movie. Yep, Mark is canceled now. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate you. But yeah, it's just like I definitely have a very not politically correct sense of humor. That's just what I grew up on. I mean, when I was at the Boy Scout summer camp that I've mentioned before, we watched so many bad movies, and not bad as in they were directed poorly or they were like, you know, shitty movies, but like bad as in they stepped over a lot of boundaries movies. I grew up with a lot of those where definitely in today's climate they would not have done as well as they did back then.
Yeah, I remember.
Primarily Full Metal Jacket.
I remember Derek liking what is it? Like Blazing Saddles, I think it's called.
Oh,
And like that that would not
Saddles.
be a movie that
No, there's a lot of movies that just would not have been able to have been made in today's political climate. Not that I'm saying that's wrong. Like, we definitely there's a give and take where, you know, back then we didn't really care about things that were improper being said, but now, in my personal opinion, we're being oversensitive to things, and then in the future, I feel like we're going to find a nice middle ground where we're not disrespecting anyone, but just playful jabs. Because there are definitely things that are horribly wrong and very offensive, and not in a jokingly, haha, poking fun type of offensive, but an actual, like, this is terrible kind of offensive. So, you know, you bounce one way, you bounce the other way, and then you find a middle ground. And that's how I think things are going to eventually go.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Because, God forbid, I'm not perfect. 100%. Holy shit.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'll be perfect in your eyes, Tony, but
Aw, I
not
see. See, that's true friendship. We love our friends. No matter, well, I always jokingly say this, but I'm like, if you murdered my dogs or like a pet of mine, then I wouldn't love you anymore. That's pretty much it.
if someone murdered a pet of mine, I would be in jail.
Yeah, I mean, well,
they
that's
would be joining my pet in the grave.
yeah. That's pretty much my my line.
No, I mean, I'm a fairly calm, happy person for the most part. But there are certain boundaries that's like, if you cross those, you are dead to me, and you will probably be dead in real life.
Right, Pie?
Yes.
My favorite thing is like when Pie hasn't talked for a while, is to say right, Pie, because it's either yes or huh?
Yeah.
It's like,
like with the whole dog thing for me, like obviously if somebody hurt Bear, I would lose my shit. But also my first dog that I had her from when I was 10 until I was 20. If she didn't like you, chances are you weren't going to be in my life very long. Which it didn't start out being like, oh, if my dog doesn't like you, then fuck you, like you're gone. It started out like, when I was 10, there was some friends that my dog didn't like, and I was like, oh, she's, still young, just getting used to people. And then within the next year, they weren't my friends anymore for various reasons. So like it was funny because she was a very good judge of character. There wasn't a single person that she did not like that I am still friends with.
oh,
Now,
she
Tony,
knew.
remind me,
I knew.
if I'm wrong, correct me. I think your dog actually not liked me because she didn't like men
Tolerated.
at all, but she tolerated me, and I was very happy about that.
Yeah, tolerate is a win. My
Yeah,
dog,
'cause-
my dog Katie, she, if she tolerated you, yeah, that was a win because like that means you're allowed to enter the house and like take a few steps in.
She had a habit of just hating all men.
It wasn't just men, but yeah, it was everyone. Her hate did not stop at a gender.
No, I know that, but and again, like, I might be misremembering, but Train, do you fucking mind?
Yeah, I remember a train being there too.
I remember you saying that she tended to hate guys more. I don't know if I'm right, if I'm
in
wrong.
hindsight, no, because like I think she hated everyone equally.
Okay.
Yeah, she's an equal opportunity hater. If you weren't her family or a grandparent, she hated you.
I love that.
I feel like at the time you told
You
me
know
that.
what she did? Okay, so what I definitely would have said is that she preferred like older ladies because she loved my both of my grandmas the most out of anyone. So
I was just so happy when she let me pet her.
Yeah,
and that
that's
was
a win.
She didn't like me, but she tolerated me enough to pet her. And
yeah,
I'm like, that's a win. And
that's
I'll take that.
100% a win with her. Yeah, I miss her so much.
She was so cute.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, Tony, the saddest thing about us, I mean, about like me moving and not knowing you earlier
Hmm.
was that you had never met my dog Runner
Yeah.
because he loved everyone.
Hmm.
Oh, it was so. But also, you loved my cats too,
I did, and I'm allergic to cats.
and you're allergic to cats, and normally you don't like cats. At least back then you didn't.
Yeah, no, back then I was way more strict with not liking cats.
The big thing
Modern
was-
day, well, actually, I think your cats are probably a reason why I started to like cats. Actually,
Oh,
yeah,
yay!
I love Maple.
Maple was great because Maple was just Maple. My cat Maple was shy, but when she wanted attention, she would just like sit on your lap and
Yeah,
just
it was
chill.
so cute. She just like I'm allergic, and she just like rubbed up against me and sat on my lap, and I'm like, well, I'm petting this. I have to pet her.
I have to. I have no choice now.
I've been chosen.
I think mainly one, obviously you're a good guy, so you gave off good vibes, and two, I had you around so often. She's very shy towards strangers, but once she's warmed up to you,
Yeah.
she's just like a love bug,
Yeah.
where she would just be like, "Oh, I know you, so give me pets."
I know you. You can love me. Yeah. That's yeah, definitely your cats. Yeah, because your cats are like probably, not to be funny, it's still probably the last cat I would have pet.
Hmm. They were
Because
very friendly cats.
Yeah, because I really don't think I've pet a cat since then. I would pet Otis, Derek's cats, Sheldon's cat, and deal with any repercussions.
Tony, if we get an apartment together, I will get a hypoallergenic cat,
Yeah,
and we can share them.
I will deal with the repercussions of that cat living there.
I mean, the big thing is with hypoallergenic cats, it's not that you won't have an allergic reaction, but it's gonna be a lot.
I'm just gonna keep
less in-
allergy medicine
It's gonna be
going
less
constantly.
intense and less often because hypoallergenic cats just shed a lot less.
Yeah. Also, I don't know like what part of the cat I'm allergic to. Because like it could be the saliva of the cat, it could be the dander. I'm not too sure because there are different like things you could be allergic to.
Yeah. I'm so sad I don't have a cat right now. I want a cat right now.
Cats are cute. The one thing about cats is I do get like jealous of when people like have a little kitty on their desk.
So, personal opinion, cats are cuter than dogs, but dogs are more sociable than cats.
I don't know if I can double
Personal
down on
opinion.
that because
Personal
I
opinion.
think dogs are incredibly cute.
I grew up with 5 cats total over my years and 1 dog, so I might just be more predispositioned towards cats.
You know what was a great time?
What?
Chance and Kelly is friendo of Pi yelling at
Yeah,
each
my
other
IRL
in
friend.
Discord for like
For an hour.
about dogs
Yeah.
and cats. It was kind of great.
Oh my god.
My friend Kelly is very much like me, where very strong-headed, very strong-willed. If she has an opinion, that's her opinion, and you're not gonna fucking change it. And she is like, she still loves dogs. Like, she loved my first dog. She loves Bear. She loves dogs, but she's a cat person. And Chance,
This dog
in
guy.
case you didn't know, hates cats and is very much dog person. And so she was over here one day, or was it? No, that was when she was at her own place.
Yeah,
right?
yes, she was
Yeah.
on her own.
Yeah, so she joined Discord on her fucking Chromebook. Yeah, they went on for an hour
It was
about
great.
whether cats. At one point, I think I messaged her and I texted her and was like, "You need to stop. Like, this is not going anywhere. This is not productive. This needs to end."
Welcome to meeting Chance. Chance will not stop. So if you don't,
I know. That's what I told her. I'm like, he's not gonna stop. You have to.
He's literally a poli-sci guy. This is what he was bred to do. He's
Yeah.
not stopping.
Yeah.
He could go all day, and then the next day as well.
Honestly, I love both cats and dogs equally. The only reason why I choose cats over dogs, cats tend to just like doing their own thing.
Chance of Chancellor.
So-
True dare.
So like if I was like, at a job where I need to go into the office for a couple hours of the day, I would be a lot less worried about leaving a cat alone than a dog alone.
The cats are more independent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cats are a lot more independent. So it's just like I love both of them equally. I love dogs, I love cats. Just depending on my situation at the time, cats are easier to care for. So I would choose cats.
Yeah, that's fair. It's difficult, especially like living on your own and having a
Mhm.
dog, because I like even like just for the wedding, I was just gone for one night, but it still took a lot of preparation and like having to have a friend come over and watch him, and like I was looking at getting him boarded for the night, and like it's it's a lot when it's like just you and the dog.
Mhm.
So yeah, I understand the appeal of cats, but
I mean, this is one thing I don't understand is why people hate each other so much over the cat and dog debate, because it's really just personal preference.
That's
Both
like
of them
a lot of
are
stuff too.
Both of them are
that's our
great
entire
pets.
political system.
Yeah.
Both of them
just
are
hating each other.
great pets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why, like, for me, it's a big thing. It's easier for me to be like, okay, I prefer dogs. I'm allergic to cats. It's,
Yeah.
Exactly.
like, it's straightforward where, the choice was made for me,
Yeah.
Like, so, like, for me, at least, if I wasn't allergic to cats, I don't know where I would stand, because I really do think cats are really cute.
Mhm.
But
And
especially friends' cats. Like, God, looking at pictures of Derek's cats, Kyle's cat, Sheldon's cat. Oh, I love them. I love them all so much.
And
Was it-
meanwhile, for me, it's just that, especially with the career I want to do, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of overtime. And I love both of them equally, but it's going to be a lot easier to leave a cat alone for
Yeah.
a couple of hours than a dog alone.
A
for
cat
couple
will
of
probably be
hours.
happy that you left them alone for a couple hours, as long as they're not called
True.
Otis. Otis would have separation
enough.
anxiety. Which is true.
And what's really weird is, like, as a kid, I was definitely a dog person because my dog Runner, who was a greyhound, which is why we named him Runner,
Oh, baby.
he was honestly my best friend for a while when I was going through a really dark time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, every time I was sick, and I mean every time I was sick, the cats would come into my room and just curl up next to me while I was like feeling like shit. So it's like they showed their love in their own way. They weren't a 24/7 like showing me attention, but when I needed it, they were there.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? Like, if I have the time to take care of a dog, I'll get a dog. And if I don't have the time to take care of a dog, I'll get a cat.
I really, and 100% feel free to disagree with me, think a dog is the perfect family pet. Where, like, if you're married, or, like, with children, or even if, like, you're just with a partner, and there's at least two of you there, dogs are a lot easier that way, because, like, dogs need to be walked, they need to do this, they need to do this, they need to do this. When a cat, you feed the cat, change the litter box, you feed the cat.
I mean, I see your point, but also, Tony, you knew my cats. They loved cuddling.
Yeah. Well, that's not really what I just more mean dogs are, like, I think dogs are harder to like, and need more attention.
Yeah, cats are very cool with just like, if you're gone for work for 6 hours of the day or 8 hours a day, the cats are fine.
Yeah, the cats are just vibing out.
And even if you are working remotely, they're not going to need that much attention. They're probably just going to sit on your lap and fall asleep and eat. And it's just like, oh, okay, well, I can still do my job with a cat on my lap. But if the dog needs a walk, it's going to be a bit more difficult, even working remotely.
But I think all pets are a win. We should just all get snakes instead.
I like snakes too. Honestly, I'm an animal guy. Doesn't matter the animal. I love animals.
My biggest issue with having a snake is I don't know if I'd be able to feed it like mice and stuff.
Yeah, my biggest issue is I would want a snake, but I also want like rats or mice. And I'm like, if that snake gets out, another one of my pets is gonna die.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because, like, I seriously would like to own, like, a duck, too, at one point in my life. But I also know that owning, like, a duck and a dog is not going to be a good combo.
Unless, like, you get them as, like...
babies.
Yeah, if you get both of them as babies, they're going to be great.
Yeah. That's fair. Because, yeah, if they grow up together.
And if I end up getting both a dog and a cat, I want to get them both at the same time. Because I want them to be friends.
Yeah. They could be friends.
Because, like, my two cats and my dog Runner got along, were not friends.
Yeah, there is, like, a difference, right?
Yeah, they respected each other's presence. They did not want to hang out
They
together.
Coexist.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, all right, we don't have a choice. We live in the same building.
Tony, do you remember Lily, the pure black and white cat?
Yes.
She made my dog Runner her bitch. Because we got Runner after we had Lily and Maple. And Lily was definitely, like, the alpha of the house. And when Runner showed up, first of all, I felt really bad for Runner, because Runner was not a mean dog. He was just curious. So he went up to Lily to sniff her, and she immediately clawed at him. And since then, she owned the house.
And now it was hers.
To the point where she would sleep on his, like, 6 foot by 6 foot bed, and he would see her on his 6 foot by 6 foot bed and then curl up on the hardwood floor until she got up. Because he did not want to test her.
Pie, I don't remember. Have you ever owned a cat?
No. Not only am I allergic, but my parents are both allergic, and my dad is pretty severely allergic.
Oh. So very
like
much out of the question.
Yeah, my mom and I, it's like we're fine if we're around a cat. It's just for me the only issue is my eyes. So like if I pet a cat and then touch my eyes, or if a cat like brushes against my face, then my eyes swell up. Besides that, I don't have any issues. And then my mom, I think like as long as she doesn't touch the cat, she's fine. But my dad, like if he's in a house that has a cat in it for too long, he like can't breathe fully. So
you know what's funny? My sister, first of all, my sister Kat, her full name's Catherine. My sister Kat has 2 cats and is allergic to them.
Nice. I know a lot of people that have cats that are still allergic to them. Kelly is slightly allergic to cats, and she still has cats.
Sheldon's allergic to cats, I think.
She wakes up and just takes a Benadryl.
Yeah.
And then goes about her day.
I lived with, okay. So I did live with a cat for like a month and a half. My first roommate had a cat. And after a month and a half, it didn't work out. So the cat moved out. And during that time, I just took an allergy pill every morning and I was fine.
Yeah, that's pretty much like what I would do if I lived with a cat. Is I probably would just be like, oh yeah, I will be taking this allergy medicine every day, because like the most, like, I have gotten like itchy around a cat before. But like I like knock on wood, like I'm definitely like wouldn't have a severe like cat allergies like your dad does.
Yeah.
Like I think like I'm mildly allergic to cats. Like
Yeah, and Tony, if we got an apartment together and I got a cat, first of all, I would get a hyperallergenic cat.
so that's
If
better
I wanted
already.
to have a cat and you're allergic, I'm gonna choose one that's gonna activate your allergies the least.
Yeah.
And then two, they're probably just gonna stay in my room for like 80% of the time.
Yeah, well, because like that would be their spot, you know.
Yeah.
That's their their territory.
Especially if
and
I get a remote job,
yeah.
they're just gonna stay with me.
Oh yeah, like that's why like that's not something that would ever worry me. Cause like I'm like, yeah, no, I know that, like, cause I've been around cats plenty. Like in the same room, like even sitting on like furniture that they sat on recently.
I mean,
like,
you
and been
cuddled
fine.
with my cats.
Yes,
so.
yeah, literally on my lap. Cuddling with Kitty. So, and like I think I just washed my hands immediately afterwards, and like I think I was fine. Like maybe like the worst case scenario was like I think I felt like my body temperature raise, because like that's what happens for me like if I'm going to get itchy soon. Like I get like warm and then, but like I didn't get to the itchy stage. I just got to the warm stage. Which
Plus,
is
if I got a
fun.
cat, I know you'd be all over it.
Oh, I love animals so much.
Even if you're allergic, you'd be all over a cat if I got one.
If I live in the house with a pet, they need to know how much I love them.
Exactly. Regardless of if you're allergic.
No,
or not.
yeah, no. Like that's why like I will love on that pet no matter what. Whatever happens to me isn't important. It's important that the pet knows I love them. Yeah, like honestly, like doesn't really matter the pet, because like I've honestly thought like a lot about like different pets that I would have, and like I would probably there aren't many pets that I wouldn't consider having. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of people were creeped out by spiders, but I actually think that and like this is a very unpopular opinion, I understand, but I think like tarantulas are kind of cute.
Oh yeah.
Also, they spook me.
I've always been a big bug person.
Yeah, I was saying, Mark, you might be literally the only other person that can get to agree with me on this, by the way.
Yeah, no, like, if you were like, I want to get a tarantula, I'm like, cool, awesome, let's do it.
They're cute. I think they're cute. I genuinely think they are cute.
And especially, it's weird because, like, people have proven that, like, yeah, tarantulas can form attachments.
Yeah.
And it's like, alright, so why shouldn't they be pets?
I'm not saying they shouldn't be pets. I just would never have one.
Yeah, that's
Ever.
okay.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
That's why, like, it's not for
That or a
everyone.
snake.
But for me, like, the snake, like I said before, I would love to have a snake. I just don't think I could do the things the snake needs and be, like, happy about it.
I, truthfully, and this is from one of my exes, I would love to have a rabbit.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say like a bunny. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, I would love bunnies. Are very cute.
The big thing is I would need to be like at least somewhat wealthy, because bunnies, one, need a wide space to play, and two, are very just like naturally destructive. So if you're going to have a bunny, you need to have a bunny-proofed room that they can just exist in.
I do love the bunny room, like,
because keeping them in like a cage, they need more space than that, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So you need like a bunny-proofed room where they can just exist and not be able to destroy anything.
Yeah, like if I had a bun, I would love for it to like run around the house.
Oh yeah, and whenever I was home and could monitor them, they would have more than just a room.
Yeah.
But at the bare minimum, they would need like a full room to themselves to like do whatever the fuck they want, because they're very hyper animals. They need space. which
Yeah.
is one of the things I was very upset about my ex with, because she pretty much kept her bunny in a cage 95% of the time, and I'm like, hey, I did research. They kind of need to be like out and about.
Boots in the boot.
And she's like, but she's gonna destroy my room, and I'm like, well, you need to bunny proof your room. But you're wondering why she's always angry and upset all the time.
It's because
That
she's
would be
pissed off. She
why.
wants to run around.
She's pissed off and she wants to do shit, and you're the one who forces her into a cage and then locks her up for like
Yeah.
18 hours of the day.
Yeah,
So yeah, if I had the money to get a bunny-proofed room, I would
you
get
need
a
the
bunny.
money for a bunny.
Exactly. Like, bunnies are a somewhat high-maintenance animal. You need to be prepared if you want to bring them into your house.
Pi, why didn't you tell us that rabbits are so expensive? Because you're a rabbit.
So I was gonna make the joke. I'm like, I'd love to have a bunny because then we could eat the same thing for dinner.
Yeah, you just buy the same food and you guys eat together.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to change anything. I just have to buy more of the same food. Oh goodness.
Pi eats bunny food.
Of course.
It's been a running joke. I'm not like a vegetarian or a vegan or anything. I just don't like meat that much. So like I still eat meat. Like today I did have a cheeseburger today.
But aren't you more like
But that's
choosy
hungover
about
food.
meat though?
Yeah.
Then,
I'm
like-
very picky.
Here's the problem with me is I really like red meat, and red meat is the most unhealthy type of meat.
Yeah, red meat's delicious.
Red
Yes.
meat is so delicious.
I could live the rest of my life. without eating red meat.
Generally speaking, I wish that was my reaction to like a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like life would be so much easier if I just didn't like more foods.
And here's the weird thing is I had a very good dinner tonight. My mom made me steak, Brussels sprouts, and asparagus. Very healthy, like very like balanced
Sounds like a good.
meal.
It sounds good though too.
But if I just had a meal that was only steak, I would take it.
Yeah, me too. I would
And
just eat the
not
steak.
healthy.
No,
Like,
but I would.
and the problem is, like, I don't like. It's not that I don't like chicken. It's that most chicken people cook it too dry.
I love chicken.
And same thing with fish. Most people cook it too dry, and my mouth is just dried out. But red meat, you can cook it medium rare, and it's very juicy, and I like that. And red meat is not healthy for you, but you can't cook a chicken medium rare because that will kill you.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's chicken is
that-
harder to like do well. You know?
because you have like a 1 minute grace period of where it's juicy but not overcooked.
Do you like rotisserie chickens?
I do. The problem
Okay.
is I usually only like the first layer of
Okay.
rotisserie chickens, because
Gotcha.
the deeper you go, the drier it tends to
Yes.
get.
Yeah.
So it's like I like
Because like that's
top
probably like the
layer of
closest
chicken.
like I can think that like the chicken's gonna be cooked like not perfectly, but like like cooked well. Like
And that's why I really want to get into eating, or when I have money, I want to get into eating sushi more, because I like sushi more than cooked fish, because cooked fish, again, very small period of where it tends to not end up super dry. But if you eat sushi,
It's all raw.
it's raw.
Yep.
And if you get sushi grade fish, it's safe to eat raw. So it's healthy and I like it. It's just sushi tends to be pretty expensive. So
that's a big issue, yeah.
if I want to eat healthy, I kind of need to like be making a certain amount of money, because otherwise I'm gonna hate eating chicken, and I can't afford sushi. So that's gonna be the problem.
See, my solution is I just don't eat meat on a regular basis. Like I've lived in my house for almost a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That entire time, I myself have never bought raw meat cooked.
I mean, my sister's vegetarian, so I'm very used to eating substitute meat. It's just substitute meat. Again, tends to be more expensive than
It's way more
real meat.
expensive. Yeah.
It's way more expensive than real meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
also don't eat that.
again, if I have the money, I'll get substitute meat, I'll get sushi. Like, I can eat way healthier. It's just, unfortunately, with the way things are in the world right now, eating healthy is more expensive.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like a thing too, because it's like with like my food allergies, a lot of times I'll eat somewhere, and it's like to get something that's like that I can eat, it just has to be vegan anyway. So like it'd be like a fake meat, you know what I mean, or like a substitute meat, and it's like it's delicious, but it's expensive.
Mm.
Like it's and like also in general, gluten-free products are way more expensive. Um, like any like type of like allergy like food is what I'll call it. It's they're way more expensive, which also would be like the fake meats and stuff.
Yeah, any dietary restricted
Yeah,
food.
it's way more expensive, and like they really like destroy you on that like price difference.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I just want to be rich so I can spoil my friends. That's it. Like, I don't. The only thing I would spend money on for myself is nice cars because I really like cars, but I could live in like a 1-bedroom apartment and I wouldn't care. I just
Yeah.
want to be rich so I can like spoil my friends and be like, we're going to Vegas, but I can't afford Vegas. I didn't ask if you could afford Vegas. We're going to Vegas.
I said we're going. Get in the car. All right.
I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
We're going to Vegas.
That's the dream, honestly, is to like be like in
Yeah.
a situation where you can just sort of be like, hey, if you can take this time off, I can. You just need to take the time off. I can make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's
that would
the
be the
only
dream.
reason why I want to be rich.
Yeah.
That
My-
and like donating to charity because
Yeah.
I don't need the money.
Yeah. My parents have a friend that's like that. He's the builder of my home.
Oh, okay.
So like my dad met him 20 years ago, maybe 22. Known him since I was a baby. Like when my dad met him, he was living in a trailer. He had probably $20 to his name. And now he owns 28 companies. He owned a private jet for a while, but sold it because he didn't use it enough.
Mhm.
Imagine
like-
owning a private jet, though. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah. His quote unquote cabin is a $1.4 million lake house. Like, and the funny thing is, if you were to meet him, you would never. I know people always say that, like, oh, you can't tell that they're, but like, because he came from nothing. Like, he built his company up from all of his companies up from nothing, and he like just doesn't act like a rich entitled asshole. But there have been so many times throughout knowing him that he's done stuff like that for my parents. Actually, his honeymoon with his wife a few years ago, they invited all of their family. So all of his kids, all of her kids were all going to go on this honeymoon together. And 2 of his daughters ended up not going. So he called up my parents like a week before and was like, hey, if you guys can get the time off, we're going to Turks and Caicos. We have this 9-bedroom house. We're taking the private jet, like all this shit. And they didn't pay for a single thing on that trip. Like, he is that person that we all want to be, you know?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that is exactly the type of person I want
Yeah.
to be. I just want to
Yeah.
have money to spoil my friends and donate to charity. That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I want a somewhat nice car, and that's the only material possession that I really want, and that's just because I like cars. I like
Mhm.
Zooms.
That's fair.
I want to have it. It doesn't even need to be like a quote unquote nice car. I just want a car that I can put money into to take to track days. That's it. Like I
There you
would
go.
like to go to like a racetrack because there's a racetrack near Tony and I. I'm not gonna say the name because
That'll give away a lot, yeah.
but there is a racetrack near Tony and I that like once a month has like open race days. And that's it. I just want a car that I could like have a truck that could carry a trailer so I can bring a non-street legal car to a race day or something, an open race day. That's it.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That's the only material thing that I really want in my life is like nice car and a computer to play video games with my friends with. And that's not even because I care about graphics, because I really don't. I play most things on low settings. In fact, I play 95% of things on the lowest settings.
Mhm.
I just want it to run well enough to play with friends, and I want a track car, and that's it. Everything else, donate to friends, donate to charity, that's it. Don't fucking care. As long as I can survive, that's fine.
Yay.
Yeah.
One of us just needs to win the lottery.
I've
know,
always
right?
said
Like,
that. Yeah. It's like,
I mean,
My-
truthfully, if I really kick off my career in cybersecurity, which is what I'm planning on doing, cybersecurity pays a shit ton. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be that friend for everyone. I'm just gonna be like, I paid for the plane tickets, I paid for the hotel. If you can get time off, we're going. All right, it's all paid for. It. Don't worry about it. That's what I want to do. And
Yeah.
cybersecurity pays well, and uh, I'm interested in it. I'm not gonna say I love it, but I'm interested in it. It won't, drain my life. Hopefully, so it's like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to make money so I can spoil people, and then just live a happy life. And yeah.
yeah.
And I just want to make enough for me and enough to spoil my friends, and that's it.
That's, I think, a lovely goal.
And Pi, you will be invited too.
Yay!
Dab.
Yeah,
Hell yeah! Dab dab dab.
I'm not gonna have a private jet, but my grandmother has a house up in Maine, which is a certain distance from me. Again, we're not being too specific, but she has a house up in Maine that my grandfather built himself from the ground up. He cut down all the trees on the property to make room for the house. And don't know if it's confirmed, but she told me, she's like, look, if I'm going to give it to any of the cousins, you're the most outdoorsy. So probably you, because you like going outside, you like doing things. You'd probably appreciate a house up in the middle of nowhere the most. So if I were to get my own plane, it'd probably just be like the bare minimum to get me from where I live to the house in Maine, and that's it.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Single propeller plane, dirt cheap, isn't pretty, but it gets you from however many miles away to Maine.
You guys ever stretch, like, and then almost pass out?
One of
Oh
those
my-
like really good stretches.
Yeah, I almost, I
When you see
stretch.
stars.
Yeah, I stretched and then like I actually felt. I'm like, yep, I almost lost it there.
I have low blood pressure. That happens to me a lot.
Huh.
Where I stretch or I stand up too quickly, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, I can't see anymore.
Yeah, a few times lately, like I've laughed too hard.
That's
Eh.
not normal. Are
Probably
you guys okay? Both of you.
I mean, no, like I said, I have low blood pressure, so
Okay.
if
For
I
me, I don't know.
stand up too quickly after being sedentary for too long, all the blood drains from my head, and then my eyes just stop working for a couple seconds.
Right.
Don't worry, it's not after we eat. Smile.
Hey, Tony, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I said it's not after when I eat.
Yeah, but still, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually go to the doctors regularly. Smile.
Smile.
No, but I legitimately like get checked up and stuff. So if I wasn't, they would tell me. I think. I hope.
I haven't had a physical since I was 21.
That's probably fine.
I go to the doctor if I need to, but they're gonna tell me the same shit that they've been telling me. And I don't want to hear it, so I'm not gonna go.
Fair.
Hey Tony, I've finally been like gaining weight. I think my metabolism finally dropped off.
Hey.
So Pi, for a while, I could not gain weight, even if I was trying to.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I was like seriously going to the gym for a while, and I'm like, I want to gain muscle mass, woo!
But you need to gain weight to, yeah.
But you need to gain weight to gain muscle mass, and my heaviest weight ever was 167, even when I was purposely trying to gain muscle. And it never happened. And now I'm finally gaining weight, and I'm like, well, one, I wish I was going to the gym and I could convince myself that this was muscle weight.
Yeah.
And yeah, nope, that's mainly it. Just haven't gone to the gym in like 2 years since quarantine, and now I'm the heaviest I've ever been. And it's like, wow, I wish quarantine didn't happen so my metabolism could have dropped off when I was trying to gain muscle.
Yeah. I'll say I have a friend like that. Like my best friend growing up, she was told by doctors for most of her life that she needed to put on weight, and no matter what she tried, what she ate, like nothing, she never was able to put on weight until I think until like her last couple of years of college is when she finally started to gain weight. But like literally her entire life up to that point, the doctors are like, you need to gain weight, and she's like, I'm trying.
I mean, Tony can attest. I've been skin and bones my entire life.
Yeah, see, I am trying to lose weight. Aha.
Hey, Tony, question.
Yeah.
Would you want to go to the gym with me sometime soon?
Yeah, I actually can afford to get a membership now. This time around, so.
I mean, if you want, I have 25 guest passes a year, although a unique person can only use 3 per year. But do you want to go to the gym with me 3 times sometime soon?
Yeah, of course.
For free?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, because I like actually went for like a jog yesterday.
I still go to the same place that
yeah, I figured.
I took you one time. Yeah.
It was a half walk, half jog because I was tired and I'm fat. So
I'm sure this is going to bring up traumatic memories, Tony, but my next workout day is leg day. And that was the one time that you accompanied me last time and you died.
Jelly.
Oh, I see. The thing is,
I'm going to be taking it extremely because out. I was paralyzed for 3 days. Because after years of working out, I know what I'm doing now. But after 2 years of not working out, my body doesn't want to keep up with it anymore. So I'm going to be taking it really easy the next time I go.
see, I like leg day. Everybody's like, "Oh God, it's leg day." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, leg day."
I love leg day.
I actually prefer leg exercises as well.
So hey Tony, you free Monday?
When
are you free Monday?
If I were to be free Monday, it would have to be like this Monday?
Yeah, this Monday.
It would have to be like afternoon because I'm busy at night.
I can do that. Do you want to give me a text and I'll meet you there?
Yeah, we'll talk like before it too, just to make sure nothing came up. But yeah.
Yeah. I have lunch with my sister and my mom, but if it's sometime either before or after that, I'm down.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll
I
definitely
honestly,
talk.
I don't know if you want to go to the place that we used to go to because they have drastically increased their prices.
Hmm.
So I'll leave it up to you. I don't know what your budget is, but we could also just go for jogs together.
True. Yeah, that's part of like I might might not actually do like a gym membership right now. I might actually just do try because I'm trying to lose weight. So the fact that I actually went outside to run a little bit yesterday was a huge step for me.
But also, like I said, at least 3 times I can bring you into the gym, and you don't need to do anything.
Good to know, though.
You don't need to pay anything. You don't need to, sign up or anything. Just, I mean, they're probably going to ask for your name because they need to make sure that I'm not asking the same person to come in more than 3 times a year. But,
True.
I have at least 3 days where you can join me, and you don't need to pay anything.
Nice.
And I definitely need the motivation because like I said, I went once and I overdid it and I couldn't move myself for 3 days. So I definitely need some friends to bring me back there.
Nice. Yeah, it also depends on like how expensive it is and stuff because if it's pricey enough, that might be nice for me just because like it is like a separation that I might need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll make it feel more worth it.
Yeah, well, because so sort of what I mean by separation is that so much of what I do is in this room right now.
Yeah.
Even when I exercise right now, I lift some weights sometimes, and I have it in this room. Any other exercises I do are in this room. My work is either in this room or in the office, but mostly in this room. My hobbies in this room. So I feel like if I had a place that I can go and escape to do that stuff, it might be better for me, but I don't know.
Also,
Like it might.
Yeah. If it's slightly expensive, it'll motivate you more. It's like I need to make this.
I have to go.
I am paying for the shit. I need to make use of it.
Yeah, actually, I wonder if they have that on their website.
Do you want me to message you the price?
I already pulled up their website.
All right.
So, but if I don't find it, yes.
Is it more than $2?
God, I'm hoping I was hoping you'd say no.
Yeah. That's very fair though.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think I've ever met any place in our state that charges less than $10 a month.
$10? Who do they think we are? The president? I'm joking.
True.
Yeah.
No, you're right. She's onto something. All right, so dearest friendos, I am so down to stay around and vibe, but the podcast is nearly 3 hours, so I'm gonna cut it just because it's gonna take a very long time to render. And when I say cut it, I mean stop now. So thank you, Pi, for putting the Pickle Weasel and Local Peasel in chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Pi. Thank you, Nathan, wherever you are. Everyone in chat, very much appreciate it, and we will catch you guys next time. Peace.